Yo. Nigga got me pat my head, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
was good, y'all.
Nigga on his Beyonce.
Pat,
It
that's what you did.
Patch it.
It is a lace front.
Niggas always hating, man. Like, your beard is a lace front too. Niggas don't ever say nothing about that.
So who's the lace front?
Jew beard.
Oh yeah, true. That is true.
Nah, nigga won't be quiet.
Come on here lying.
Was goody though, man. Was goody. Let me see who else in the chat. I see we got a new member in the chat, man. Tyrone was goody, man. Appreciate that new membership, man. I know we got a couple of people in here. Huh? Y'all don't see that?
Nah.
Y'all don't see that in green in the comments?
All I see is Michael. What up, Michael?
And what up, Mike? That's all I see too. Mike.
Oh damn! Y'all don't see it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably because I was. Nah, y'all should definitely see that shit.
Oh, now it's popping out. Shout out to Confidence.
I'm like, yo, ain't no way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the exclusive access over here, man. What's goody, y'all? What's goody, man?
Why this shit popped up late though? That's crazy.
Eli did some shit. I'm telling you.
Right.
Notorious Ruthless Media was good, man.
Appreciate everybody for joining in. If y'all joining, man, make sure you hit that like button, man. Take half a second, literally half a second, hit that like button, man.
A-Vibe was good.
We got a good live stream today. We got a live stream tomorrow. Man, we try to be active, man. I know last week we slacked. Last week we didn't do a live stream, right?
Nah, we ain't get one. We ain't do one last week, so
yeah, we slacking.
We've been missed.
You might do a live stream for the rest of the week, but yo, you should live stream while y'all at the party, like. Yo, I gotta let the.
If I live stream while I'm drinking, they might catch a viral moment, man.
You definitely gonna be acing. Like, they gonna understand what that term mean now. Like, you know what I'm saying. Now, and my son, he got the hookah on his sassy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying.
He got the shit with the milk in it.
Pause. Like,
the milk in it.
Yo, man. Yo, look, real quick, man. How your day was, man? You know, I got to get the formalities out the way, man. Jew, what you did today?
Oh, man. After work, I took one of my sons to basketball practice. And I went to baseball practice, man.
The baseball practice, too?
You know how that to do. You know what I'm saying? Next thing going to be soccer, hockey, ping pong. I want it all. You heard?
Ping pong, like, yo, this guy, like, yo. That's crazy. Yo,
we need a black man to dominate in every field. You heard? And I'm gonna make them, man.
Yo, now you ever see those ping pong videos though? Son, them niggas be elite though. I don't know how to
be elite though. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. It's like watching anime niggas play ping pong. It's like them niggas be going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
they do be elite though. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Like, what you fucking with? What you fucking with today, Ace? Besides setting up your hookah.
Nah, it was a regular day. I ain't gonna hold you. Went to work, came back. And
that's that black hookah brand you smoking on?
Damn, I don't even. In fact, I'm gonna give him some promo now. I mean, shout the black.
You supposed to lie anyway, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Shout the black smoke, man. They black owned hookah. You know what I mean? No tobacco, no nicotine, just fruit. I mean, fruit basically. It's on point. I ain't gonna lie.
Real quick, I got to shout out to King Confidence. He finally could braid his dreads. You know what I mean? Shout out to my bro, King Confidence, man.
What? Like, I see the picture.
Oh, yeah, I did see that picture on the video. Shout out to the hang time, man.
That pic is looking clean. I ain't going to hold you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, real quick, man. I do want to ask you.
Word.
Nigga, my day was uneventful. Nigga, I've been in the crib since last show we did. Nigga, before you talking about like resting his foot. No, Jew gonna say something about a BBL. No, it ain't no BBL. Nigga, forgot it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you was carried into.
I did watch that live stream episode. Nigga, fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard that shot you took. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, bro. Did they not transfer? Okay, did they transfer one part of you to another part of your foot?
It wasn't fat though. A BBL is fat. Is you transferring fat from one part of your body to the other.
Okay, that's not what people ask you. You sound like you ain't trying to take accountability. Man.
Word.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all what the definition of a BBL is. Like, that's called a regular.
How you know the definition so well, my boy?
Because the women always say it. Like, man, like
it sounds like you trying to, you know what I mean, go around the lines or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He trying to avoid the question. You know what I mean?
I got a transplant. They transplanted one tendon of my foot to my Achilles. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not no fat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, bro. Y'all the worst, man. Listen, man. I do got quick trivia I want to ask y'all, man. It's not even black kids, it's just regular trivia, man. That I thought about. That I actually seen a couple of them on IG, and I was like, you know what? I got to catch out with one of these, like, right. So the first one is, and I'm gonna start with Jew, you know, because Ace brain a little cloudy right now. He might not be able to answer these correctly. All right, what's a 3-letter word that starts with gas?
That start with what?
What?
Gas. Gas. A 3-letter word that starts with gas.
Gas.
Ace, what's your answer?
A 3-letter word that starts with gas?
Mm-hmm.
Gas. What the fuck? Like, what else you going to add to gas?
You would think it's gas. It's not gas, though. Like,
it's like a riddle?
I mean, yeah, okay.
Oh, a 3-letter word that starts with gas.
I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with what you eat.
Yo, I gotta grow up. Yo, eventually at some point I gotta grow up. Dude, you got kids. You got too many kids. If you acted childish,
a 3-letter word that starts with gas. Nah, I give up. If it's not gas, I don't know. Oh, I'll just guess in the
yeah, come on, y'all cheating, man. Y'all looking at the comments.
I see it, but I thought about it.
Nah, I want to. Yeah, I was about to say that. I was
I see it on the gram. I did see it on the gram. I thought about it when I seen the answer.
You ain't say it was a riddle though. You should have said it was a riddle, bro. You said it was a trivia, bro. Come on, man.
All right, so this is the last one. What's a letter that's not in any of the 50 states of America?
What's a letter that's not in the 50 states of America?
Yeah. There's one letter that's not in any of the 50 states in America.
I'm gonna have to say Q.
What about you, Joe?
Y or Z?
How you gonna pick two, nigga?
Y or Z, like, you know.
It definitely ain't Z.
Yeah, definitely not Z, and it's definitely not Y, like, because New York, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I thought
now,
you meant like,
but H did get it right. It is Q. Like, there's no.
I
don't know. H be looking at the comments. Like, you know what I'm saying? X is Texas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I know Z was Arizona, so I was like, it can't be Arizona. So I think
I gotta step. Yo, are y'all smarter than a 5th grader or not?
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. I watched that show, and a lot of niggas ain't smarter than the 5th grader. I ain't gonna.
Now, some of them questions I definitely ain't learned this.
Mind you, I have a 5th grader in my house, and Lord knows I ain't trying to spin the block when she be passing that homework to me, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. I be doing my Googles.
Do you? Yo, nah, that actually wasn't. I've seen you call out, like, you know, call family members, call me, call friends, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, what's this question? I'm like, yo, fractions. I ain't learned when they started doing fractions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
home the answer key to the parents at the beginning of the school year, like, yo, this is what we gonna do throughout the school year. So when they helping their kids with the homework, they know exactly.
I gotta know it before I tell them, because I can't be sounding stupid when I'm helping them with their homework. So I gotta kind of have an idea how to do it.
But even now, like when I used to do like after school, whatever, I used to help the kids with their homework, and they used to come with me like with the math problems and shit. But they would be different ways. They be showing them different ways of doing math these days. So I'm telling them like, yo, this is how you do it. And then they're like, no, that's not how they teach. That's not how I teach. I'm like, damn, I can't even help you with that. Like, because I don't know.
In the charter school.
Yeah,
shout out to the charter schools, man.
Word.
Y'all ready to get the show on the road?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, man, we kind of just doing this whole, you know, we about to hit our 100th episode. We recorded that. You already recorded that on the way, you know what I mean? That's going to be hitting the platforms, you know, pretty soon. But you'll be actually over 100 episodes. A lot of people don't know that. I'm be honest with you, realistically, we probably at like 200, 300 episodes. But as far as the actual video, when we started actually doing video recordings, yeah, now we have like 100. You know what I mean? But A lot of those videos is in the archives. Don't try to look for them. They in the archives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
DG just entered the building. Shout out to Big Bro.
Yo, shout out to DG, man. Like, so
what up, DG?
So we trying to reach back to a lot of the alumni, I guess you could say, that was on the show. You know, have them react to some of their most viral clips on, you know, on our show. You know, have the conversation, see if they still feel the same way, if they disagree. You know, what was the feedback they got from their friends, family, social media, like, you know what I mean? So just gonna have the conversation, see everybody mind that it's just a celebration, man. That's all it is. So I'm gonna introduce everybody one by one, let them introduce themselves, and then we're gonna get straight into it. Yo, Cam, I had to click you first. You look the most ready and presentable, so I said, you know.
Hey, how are you?
Good, we good. What's up with you?
Nothing much.
So, yeah, let the people know where they can follow you. If you want them to follow you, if you don't, your businesses, give all that a shout out. So.
Okay, so you can follow me at ms_KJOHNE. That's Miss K Jane. Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put everybody. I know I've been slacking. I'm gonna try to put everybody. You know, Instagrams in the description. Probably after the show, even during the show, I'll try to figure it out. Let me see who we got next. Jess, what's goody?
Oh, hey.
How you doing?
Good, Jess.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, so let them just introduce yourselves and let them know where they can follow you at.
Okay, so my name is Jess. You can follow me at Purple Matter, PurpleMatterr on Instagram.
I always wanted to ask you, did you get that from Frank Ocean, or that was just like,
yeah?
Okay, I kind of figured that, you know, but I just, you know, I ain't know for sure. So
yeah.
Hey, you're a Frank Ocean fan, D-Lo?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I fuck with Frank Ocean
right now, but yeah, big Frank Ocean fan.
Yeah, he dropped an album once every 5 years, but like, yeah, Frank Ocean is dope, man.
I ain't definitely talented. I ain't
gonna Yo, you on mute?
You're on mute.
Hey,
there we go.
It's Kawaii. You can follow me on Instagram at KUAI_BADDESTHAWAIIAN.
God damn, that should sound like a spelling bee. Like, yo.
They don't be knowing how to spell it, so I'll be having to spell it.
I wouldn't know how to spell that either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we're gonna try to put that. We're gonna put everything in the description so everybody.
I mean, it's under her name though. Like, you got.
Oh, but you could do that. You know you could do. That's crazy.
Yeah, they added that feature now.
Oh, word. Yo.
Hi, guys.
How's everything?
Nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while, man. Like,
it's been a long time. My name is Andre. What you say?
You got a little bit of static.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. I mean, just a little.
It's like staticky. Maybe the earrings is maybe interfering with the microphones or something. I don't know.
How about now?
It's still there.
It's still staticky?
Yeah.
No, I think it's probably connected to the.
You can hear me now?
Oh, perfect.
There we go. Okay. Hi, I'm Najee. You can follow me on Instagram at NajeeI. It's down there. Also, I'm a content photographer. So if you guys need like content or event photography, you can go to my website. It's najee.com. It's literally spelled the same way. It's NIJAE.com. And that takes you to all my other socials, etc.
Oh, shit. Check you out. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you pulling up.
And last but not least,
you on mute.
Hi, I am Miss Spells. You can follow me also on Instagram at MSPELLZ_15. I'm excited to be back.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up. So like I said, we're going to get into these topics. We got a ton of clips that was, you know, like I said, it was a lot of engagement on our end. People seem to, you know, like these videos a lot. They seem to engage with these videos a lot. So we're going to go through them. So it's a good amount. We're going to try to get through all of them, but we're going to go through them, react to them, get everybody opinion on it, and then we're going to move to the next topic. If y'all just joining, man, make sure you hit that like button, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take half a second. If y'all want to support us, y'all can send super chats. We got Cash App, everything at the bottom. Make sure y'all follow us on social medias, all that good stuff. So let me get into this first one. There's so many hits, like eeny, meeny, miny, more. I don't even know which one to pick. So Let me get to this one.
From my experience, I'm independent because I have to, not because I want to be.
Independent. That's just called being.
No one's
that's called being an
doing
adult, though. Like,
Worthy.
Yeah, I'm just doing.
I'm independent as well, but I'm not going to constantly brag to you. Imagine you on a date. I keep telling you, yo, I'm strong, independent. I don't need no woman. I gotta constantly reassure you that I don't need a woman. How would that make you feel?
Exactly.
How would that make you? How would that make you feel?
Yeah, don't come. But I don't think women do that.
I've never done that.
Not
And I
a lot.
don't know any
Some.
woman that has sat on a date and been like, I don't need a man. Like that's kind of far fetched.
You've had that. You've had that experience. You really? I've never
been in relationships with women, and they say I don't need a man. I'm with them.
I've been in a relationship with them. Like, yo, so again, I want to start with Kim and Jess. You know, what was your experience like being on the show, and what kind of like feedback or anything that y'all got while being on the show? What was your experience?
You could go
maniacal, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a great experience. We learned how to have tough skin. That's number one. And I think I spoke my truth and I said what I said, but it was a great experience.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I like the experience. You know, I didn't mind. It was a lot of feedback, like an overwhelming amount of feedback. Like people are more passionate than I expected. But yeah, it was a good experience.
Okay. So I just want to ask the other ladies, like, what are y'all thoughts about the whole, you know, women, to us, we as men, we feel like women feel the need to constantly brag about how independent they are. And, you know, I made the fact of saying, like, every time I hear that, it just sounds like being a responsible adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know myself, I have all of those qualities, but I don't look at it as I'm being independent. I just look at it as I'm being an adult. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. So what's your thoughts on that whole clip?
I honestly think women have to emphasize their, I guess, independence, more so because of the stigmatism as far as being like gold diggers or like not really being self-sufficient, and men specifically wanting women that are self-sufficient. And I think that in a sense can be a deterring factor, I guess, or intimidating or unattractive for men when it's like almost like this masculine type of I guess energy when it comes to like, you know, I don't need a man, I could do bad all by myself. But it honestly comes from just like a lot of toxic and unhealthy relationships and experiences that women have experienced, and men can tend to kind of like perpetuate wanting to have a woman who's about something. And so I think we always have to like re-emphasize that, and honestly us as women, I think also like how we turn against each other in the sense of just like nitpicking like what women are doing and what women are not. And so that's like a characteristic, but it comes from like just severe stigmatism within women and how they're not really considered to be independent.
Okay. What about anybody else? How y'all feel about that?
We hit the nail on the head. It's either we're gold diggers or we are too independent. So one day there'll be a middle ground eventually, I guess.
Oh, I mean, I like I said, I hear what you got, where y'all are coming from. But have y'all ever dealt with a man who told y'all that they don't need a woman in a bulk? Do men usually tell women that they don't need a woman, that they strong and independent and don't need no woman?
Well, no, because the ideology behind like most masculine things is that we need you guys. That's why we're presenting like that. If that makes sense. Like men is the provider, et cetera, you know? So it's like, you don't have to say that because it's kind of like already understood, you know?
I mean, I guess, Ju, jump in real quick. What y'all think about that?
I honestly think, I hear it, but I kind of feel like, I don't want to say it's an excuse, but it kind of is an excuse. It's like, I'm not being shady at all, but you know, women say this shit, but with you saying that, you still hoping for a man to provide for you. So it's like a contradiction off rip.
Myself, I've never come to not need a man because that's not my narrative. But for those of them, I can't speak for them. But for me, I'm like, no.
But for the ones that say it, you know, because me as a man, I feel like I need a woman. I'm happy to have a woman or be around a woman, be in the presence of women, have women as friends, family, etc. I just think it's disappointing hearing women, especially from, you know, my ethnic group, always saying how much they don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? I've heard it a lot. I've said it even on a video. I've been in a relationship where a woman told me, "Oh, I don't need you. I could do this by myself." Let alone I never use those words to a woman at all. So I mean, we do hear it, but it's just not something that men want to hear.
Yeah,
I don't think it's something that anybody wants to hear, man.
They want to hear it.
So you guys are like, do not like the idea of women identifying as being independent? Is that off-putting, or is it the idea that they don't feel like they need?
It's not independent because nobody wants somebody that's just solely. I mean, I guess some people want somebody that's solely dependent on them, but most not gonna want somebody that's solely dependent on them. It's just that you know, they say actions speak louder than words. So if your action is you a boss and you know what I mean, you doing your thing and you got your job, and we can see that, you know what I mean? You don't need to every time you get in an argument, oh, I don't need you. That's not good for a relationship or somebody you're trying to be with.
Yeah.
And I know somebody like that, and guess what? Right now they're lonely.
They're gonna be lonely for a while. You know what I mean?
Somebody sitting here taking flights by themselves, like that type of mentality. Like I agree. I think we, not that we do need, but we all want men. At the end of the day, like you said, independence we should all have. Nobody wants someone that's not bringing to the table. But I don't need a man. But at the same time, they posting memes on Instagram. I'm lonely. I need somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's coming from a wounded place. It's not authentic. They're just hurt, and so they're using that. So that's all it is. It's just a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It comes from like, you know, a wounded place, a place of trauma. Obviously, they probably been through, you know, less than great experiences with men, and sometimes, you know, some people don't realize how hurt they are. You know, you have to do like a lot of self-work and, you know, inner child work and a lot of things that people don't realize to fix that about yourself. So I don't think, you know, I think it's more of a defense thing. And if we could like be a little bit more understanding of where people come from, then maybe we could fix some of those issues.
The funny thing too is that, you know, I think when it was said it was to hurt a man's feeling, because like, you know, a part of a man's purpose is to make a woman feel like he got them. You get what I'm saying? So to hear that she doesn't need you would hurt most men that care about the woman, of course. I'm not talking about these dudes just past. But you know, that's like ultimately like something that probably will hurt my feelings. And I say this all the time, like women talking is more powerful than a man hitting. Like that's you guys' powers. So when you tell me you don't need me, it's just like, damn, you know, I feel like shit. You get what I'm saying? Because I want my woman to need me because I know I need her. You get what I'm saying? So one of them tactics, you know what I mean, that you guys use, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Yeah, I do think to the point when you, like me, as I get older, like if I hear a woman say that, it's not even like I'm disappointed. It's just that I just wouldn't want to surround myself with that type of energy. It's like working for an employer, and the employer feels the need to constantly tell you, I can replace you at any point. You know what I mean? I don't need you here. Like you here, you know what I mean? But I don't need, like, you gonna feel like, damn, like I feel like disposable in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make for a good dynamic between the employer and the employee. Or just in a relationship with men or women, like it just doesn't make for a good dynamic when you constantly feel the need to throw something in somebody's face. So, you know, at this point in my age, like if I hear women, there's certain actions or words that I hear women say, and it just is like a complete turn off for me because it makes me not want to be surrounded by that type of energy. So, you know what I mean? Again, everybody has their own experiences with that. You know what I mean? Some guys, you know, like I said, some guys do want a woman that's independent and got her own and all this other good stuff, or whatever the case is. People like me, I understand you're an adult, just like I'm an adult. I expect you at your age to treat yourself like an adult. Like that's just basic to me. Like you get what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to brag about being an adult.
Yeah, it's called being whole.
That's and you talk about the trauma that you're going through. I mean, everybody goes through things, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you should bring it into your relationship. If you want it to work, that's what I'm saying. Because
that's not what it means. It's just an explanation of where that comes from. not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm not saying that it's right. I completely agree with everything that you guys are saying. I'm just saying that it's more than likely coming from a place of hurt. So that's just an explanation for why a woman would probably say that, but I'm not saying that doesn't make it right.
So what's the solution for that?
The solution is therapy.
Yeah, I was like, there's one solution. Open that Bible, get right.
Agreed. Come in healed.
So why is it? I just wanted to ask her, why is it like when women have these traumas or these experiences with men, or they say they can't be feminine because of X, Y, and Z, they have these excuses and they expect men to be understanding. But when guys have grown up with some type of trauma or mommy issues or whatever the case is, y'all be like, nigga, you supposed to get that. You supposed to have that shit together. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it seems like the women want men to be more understanding of their excuses, while men are not allowed to have excuses or any type of trauma. And it's like, you supposed to come healed. Like, I'm not dealing with, we hear women say all the time, I'm not dealing with a man that needs to have healed or, whatever the case is. But again, a lot of women make these excuses to why X, Y, and Z, or why they can't be a good partner, why they can't be feminine, why they can't be this, that, and the third. And men are supposed to be like, I expect men to be like, okay, well, I understand that, and I will help you through that process, but y'all are unable to do that to men.
I don't think that anybody should take the burden of helping someone through the majority of their healing process. That's something that you have to very much do on your own, and that's on both the part of the man and the woman. So it's like, two broken people, like you just said, you have to be whole, and I mean, everybody, you're not going to come into a relationship perfect. That's just not, you're not going to check every box. That's just not realistic. We are human beings. But at the same time, if someone is like really deep in their hurt, I would just advise for anyone, man or woman, to steer clear until that person has sought the healing that they need.
Because then that could add more onto them. Who knows where they're at in their process, their healing. So like she just said, two broken people how can that really work? And how can I help you if I'm not even whole myself? So
right.
That's fair. Let me get to this next clip. Like I said, so many in here. I'm just like freestyling. Yo, we got 96 people. Yo, make sure you get them likes up, man. I don't know how many likes we got now, but in here already.
How can we share this? Is there a link to share?
Yeah, let me see.
Somebody send it to me, please.
Yeah, I got you right. I got you in a few. So yeah, let me get to this next one, right?
There's more eligible Black women available to eligible Black men. We outnumber you.
But you're saying they eligible based on your standards, not based on what we're looking for. You basing that based on what you think we're looking for.
Don't you guys talk about submission all the time, and Black women are not submissive, and we're not this, and we're not that?
But you see, this is what I'm saying. Submission is a quality that makes you eligible.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your thoughts? Y'all still feel the same way? There's more eligible Black women than there are for Black men. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, because we still outnumber you guys. We still do. So it's just like, regardless of the qualities that you guys are looking for, whether it's like submission, femininity, whatever it is, it's the truth. It's like, I think women outnumber men as a whole, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it's just, that's the dynamic.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But so you're saying eligibility based off of just availability in general?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, obviously there's more to choose from. So you're going to be able to find, more eligible women in a much larger pool to choose from.
So do you think that more women should be open to polygamous relationships?
Absolutely not.
Yes, absolutely not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I can't speak for the women who are, like, I don't know what lifestyles people live, but speaking for me,
I'm just saying, why not for you?
For me, it's just a no for me. I just don't want to have to share my partner. That's like, I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't see a benefit For me specifically, I'm much rather.
How does that benefit? That's a great question. How does polygamy benefit a straight woman?
Yeah, good question.
I mean,
specifically a straight woman, because a bisexual woman, okay, I can see a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A straight woman.
That's another income. That's another income to the household. Another person to watch your kids when you have to whatever.
I gotta be the nanny.
That sounds like a community. That sounds like
it's exactly what it is. It's a community.
But not in the sense of like a relationship, more so like family. Like, I don't know if I need to be in a polygamous relationship because of babysitting fees or like babysitting or like. I don't know.
You talking about the fees? I'm talking about trusting. Talking about trusting your kids with somebody else in the first place. You know
but I don't know the other.
Yeah, like, and I think there's two dynamics.
But I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Say you was with your man, y'all had a kid, then y'all broke up, and now he with a new woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
He leaves the kid with that woman. That would be the same thing because he trusts her with that kid.
That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing.
Elaborate.
What's the difference?
The difference is that you guys, that's not like a mutual thing. You guys, like him going to like be with somebody else and then, and like the girl watching, but that's not mutual. It's not something where you guys are kind of selecting this person where y'all mutual interest. It's just somebody that he's entertaining that's around your child. That's not the same.
You have no say so, right?
I have no say. I think that I should have a say so. We share kids.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? It's like, I think we should have some sort of like collaboration.
Polygamous relationships, it's a partnership. It's not just the man's decision. The woman plays a part on the decision that he makes. If she has to be comfortable with it, especially if you guys are sharing the same households. But it's definitely a great expansion for your finances, resources, and stuff like that. And
invest your money. I don't understand.
How?
Like, invest your money. I don't need I don't know. I don't need
when you're tired of giving that pussy up, she definitely could be there to help you out.
But I thought that polygamous relationships was supposed to be like, if we're talking about historically, I thought that it was for the benefit of women and children, because if we're talking about way back when, especially like in biblical days, where this like emanates from, women weren't allowed to, work. So it was more like a economical thing where women join these polygamous relationships if they didn't have a husband or they lost their husband to war or whatever. It was more so, it wasn't like a sexual thing. It was more so to make sure that women and children were provided for and taken care of. So now you want me to share you, and then B, also have to work and bring in extra income. And that's not going to work for me. Like, if I have to, something's got to give. So if I'm in a polygamous relationship, I have to share my partner, then that would also mean that I'm benefiting in a really big way that I can't benefit on my own. Because if I still got to get up and go to work every day, like, what is the point?
Yeah, I'm not saying this for everybody. And I wanted to ask y'all, I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but there's a lot of sexually liberated women who are in polygamous relationship with 2, 3, 4 husbands nowadays. So what's your feelings towards them?
I don't agree either.
Just sexual immorality, and
I think it taints the idea of a marriage, actually. So like, yeah, I did completely disagree.
But according to Cam, there's more eligible women than there is eligible men, right? So wouldn't it be selfish for you eligible women to only have one eligible man? I mean, for one eligible man to only have one eligible woman?
Who cares?
I'm not with you.
But that'd be selfish, right?
I'm selfish. That's fine. I'll be selfish for my man and my family and all my everything I put into this household. Absolutely.
So what if this man could afford to take care of you and this other woman? y'all don't gotta work, y'all don't gotta do any of that. Would that
it's bigger than that. Like it's bigger than the monetary things that a man could give.
The only thing y'all seem to be concerned about is sharing a man, and that's sexually, right?
But no, but spiritually, emotionally,
one at a time, y'all.
It has nothing to do with finances specifically. It's emotional, like it's a spiritual connection that you're sharing with another person, and that's not easy. Like sharing is caring. I don't know. Like I'm selfish. I want to be selfish, and so for me,
it is caring.
It's an imbalance. Like it doesn't.
Most of y'all sharing. Most not sharing unwillingly anyway. See,
but that's because we're not married.
I'm not. No, I am, and I'm definitely not sharing.
All right.
Well, I mean, did anybody ever watch Sister Wives? I mean, we saw like an example of polygamy just completely fall apart. I mean, we saw even like half his kids don't even speak to him anymore. So it's just like it goes deeper than that arrangement we saw on television.
I could name situations where it's worked well.
Okay, so no problem. So would you guys be comfortable with being in polygamous relationship with one female and another male?
And 2 males
and 1 human.
Right. That's
we both humans. It go the same way. And exactly how you feel. Exactly how we feel. And
no. See, but Ace's whole point is
we don't outnumber y'all. So
it don't matter about the numbers. It's about the feelings.
All right. The first question you ask is, how does it benefit you, right? How would that benefit me?
The same way, exactly. No benefits. Lose-lose situation.
No.
It's a lose-lose. Y'all not winning. Men are the only ones that win.
That would benefit a man to be in a polygamous relationship with another man. That would not benefit him. I'm already the provider in my relationship. So to bring in another provider for what?
So then that's not mutual. That's not equitable.
Maybe your money is not hitting the way that it need to be hitting. Maybe we want.
Now you got 2 incomes.
Well, I tell you,
like word. That's what I'm saying. Now that's 2 incomes in the household instead of one.
Right. You just have talked about incomes, about we all sharing. So why don't
we?
Exactly.
I'm not taking the income.
See, so then that's not equitable. That sounds more so like a male's, I guess, gain than honestly like a straight or heterosexual female. So like,
isn't that selfish?
Yeah. So I'm just like, we're both being selfish.
It would be selfish for that one woman to have 2 eligible men in the house. When he could be in another household with another woman. That would be selfish. You're right. You're right about that.
That is a point. You was taking away the eligibility of the men out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
it's already limited and she's taking 2. That's super selfish.
So just to get back on the topic, I think Cam, when we had that clip, I looked at it as far as because it didn't come off like an availability thing. It came off as we're more educated. We got our businesses and there's not enough men to match that with Black women. So that's how I got when you initially said it. Now, if you say availability, then obviously that is, something that we can't control. That's just
that's what I originally meant in terms of availability.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So just clarify
that. That's what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I could have sworn we went on in that conversation to talk about the education of a Black
woman. Yeah, because Eli was like, wait a minute. I know what she's gonna say, and then we got into that conversation.
I might have to go rewatch that episode.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Right.
I should have had the extended version. Like,
wouldn't that mean that men should be more? They would have the pick of the litter and be more selective on who they pick. There's so many, women outnumbering us. Shouldn't we date a little bit more to find that right one? Or what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I feel like wherever you're at within your journey, that's what you attract. So if you're not together, you're going to attract somebody who's not together. And that's just what it is. So you guys should be making sure that you're together, making sure that you're whole, and then start dating someone and then you'll eventually attract the right woman for you. And there's
ultimately, so I'm saying this brings up the factor of women competing for the right man. Because we always hear women, it's like saying, like putting holy water on Satan when we say compete for a man. You get
because I'm not competing.
What do you mean compete? What do you mean?
Like, I was about to ask
you guys say it 1,000. You just said it 1,000. Women outnumber men, and there's but so much high value men or high quality good men that you're interested in. There's probably 50-1, and y'all saying that y'all shouldn't compete for that man to let him know that he should pick you over another woman.
No.
I mean, I feel like there's no right. There's everybody's different. Not the same woman is not going to qualify for the same man.
I think. No, I was gonna say I think that's where an issue is sometimes with the women in our community is that when black women complain that the high value black men are dating Hispanic women or white women, those women are very much competing for that man's attention. They won. You get what I'm saying? So if you could sit back and be like, well, no, I'm not going to compete for him. He should just come to me. These other women are very much competing for that man. They're showing the qualities they might have. I'm not saying it work long term, but they are going out their way to make sure that man has their eye on them, whether they look in a certain way, whether they popping up to the events he's at, whether they getting his attention, like, you know what I mean? Whether they flirting with him, whether they using their femininity.
Who are you describing? Are you like describing somebody in a like? But I also
I'm describing the quality black men that a lot of black women will say. I always see the Michael B. Jordans and these other athletes go after non-black women. And when we say those non-black women are competing for those men, then it's like, oh, well, I don't have to compete. He should compete for me. Like,
we don't mean it in that sense.
You know what's actually funny though, realistically, like statistically wise, if a black man marries a white woman or a black man marries a black woman, the divorce rates are typically higher. If black women marry outside of their race, the divorce rates are typically lower.
That's
and I wonder why that is. That's an actual factual statistic.
I'll debunk that right now. I hear a lot of black women say that, but white men marry black women at a less than 1% rate. There's not enough data there for black women to go out their way to say, well, the divorce rates are lower. There's a lot of non-black men are not going out their way en masse to marry black women. So there's not enough data.
So it sounds like that's a mutual thing then.
Black women are race loyal and everybody.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, black women.
I don't think non-black men are actively going out their way because
black women are race loyal, and I've even had conversations.
Whenever there's a chat, y'all jump on any.
Can I finish? I've had conversations with non-black men who have told me specifically that they find black women to be, intimidating. They don't think we're going to like them. So it's like a lot of the times, I'm not saying that this is the only reason, but it's pretty well known that black women are extremely race loyal. Most black women that I know are not willing to date outside.
As a black man, I feel like sometimes you guys can be intimidated to black men. They're scared to talk to you as well because you guys got that same.
Why is that?
Because they rather be aggressive and masculine. So why do most men want to deal with that?
But then that's honestly also the issue is that black men are also supporting the stigmatization when it comes to black women, and so it's like. When you say why black women are not like jumping out the window for black men, why are black men not jumping out the window for black women?
Who's to jump out the window?
Because you just said that women are not willing to fight or like participate in some sort of competition or compete when it comes to black men. But that's a mutual thing. And this discussion in this board honestly creates even further stigmatism that black women are not as approachable because of maybe the trauma and the things that they have to carry in life and within that baggage. So it's a double-way street that men are not, are not pushing for black women, but also, you're saying that black women are not pushing and going crazy as far as competing for black women. So like when you guys
everybody should compete for somebody.
Right, but it don't sound like y'all honestly see the value in black women, and so you guys are supporting that narrative.
If I'm competing for Cam, Jess, or any of you guys, right? But I know you guys have other options. It's expected for a man to compete. But me being a person,
I don't like the word compete.
I don't feel like
because the verbiage makes a difference. So if I'm dating, we have to be compatible for each other. Whether I'm compatible for you or not, you're not going to compete for me because we're not compatible.
Yes, I am. You know why? Because I think I'm a better man for you than Roger is.
But
so
you're not.
I am literally competing while we're dating against Roger, who you may like. And you like me.
You don't know nothing about Roger. You don't even know if Roger exists. You don't know what car he drives. You don't know what house.
I know it's another. I don't know his name doesn't mean that we're not competing.
Just being yourself. And
no,
I don't know.
So you're saying that men are more realistic than women? Because I know that I'm not. If you didn't tell me I'm not the only guy, I know there's other options out there.
So I gotta present my best foot forward.
Let me ask. Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
When y'all talking to somebody, y'all put your best foot forward,
right? Only if they're giving it back. If they're giving it.
What?
All right. If it's somebody you want, okay. Put your best foot forward, right?
No, I'm myself, and I feel like if we're compatible, then we're compatible. Like that's just what it is. If I'm putting you in a position to compete, then I don't really like you. Then that's just what it is. Like, I really like why he's going to stand out to me. I'm never gonna put him and be like, well, he got to compete, against a circus dance.
Nobody's saying nobody's going to anybody and saying, listen, I got 5 other people right here, so you need to step your game up. I'm saying that a man goes into talking to a woman, he knows that he has competition. If she's a single woman out here, he knows she got competition. When she walking down the street, it's 10 niggas hollering at her. She get on the train, 2 more niggas. When she get to work, she got a work husband. A nigga trying to be the work husband. A nigga trying to be the work husband. Water boy sub. Everybody knows it's a competition at the end of the day.
Okay, fine. It's a competition.
I don't like the word, but that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get out of this because that's again, we get to words like people get into their feelings. I don't like that word.
I think need you close to the word.
Definition be off.
Dating is a form of competition. That's what dating is. Like,
it's courting, right?
May the best man or woman win. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
yes, I agree with that. May the best woman or man win. I like that.
What is that?
What? Dating. I don't know. It's dating. Whatever. It's just the context. It's like competition. It's like this is not a race. Like
it is a race.
Because there's women that could be more beautiful than you, that could be more this, and the man still won't even want. So it's like whoever's right for you is right.
Because the other one that was competing.
No, maybe that's just not your partner that God ordained to you. Maybe that's just not it. Like it's just not way better.
That's the issue. The women in our community is the women in our community is too worried about a Sierra's prayer and God is going to bring me the right person, while these other non-black women are competing.
But that's the problem. Is that? But then that also is the issue.
You sat down on the panel and asked all the white women and the Spanish women what it was. You asked.
But that's what the issue is that they
I got white friends.
What are we doing? How are we competing? Like. What do we mean? How? No, like how? Like what is your example of competing? Like what does that mean?
Didn't we just explain? Yeah, the thing is, y'all keep getting triggered by the word competing, and y'all not hearing
triggered by the word
competing.
I'm more so triggered that you guys are continuously bringing about this idea of non-black women in the scenario, as far as maybe why black men are maybe more favorable to dating or marrying them. And I think that's just disrespectful towards black women. And let me finish in the same sense, is because you guys are trying to heighten this perspective that we are not approachable. We're maybe more outwardly masculine, or in that sense, as far as how our attitudes are, because we don't take no shit. But in the same sense, it's like, I don't understand why that has to be such a negative attribute when it comes to black women. And you guys use non-black women like Latinas or whites as more favorable because you affiliate them to be more, I guess, submissive. Because there's black women that are also submissive and also good character. So that but you guys are creating a distinction that creating that in a sense that black men are more favorable to date non-black women. And I just think that you guys are also perpetuating why you just said no. But you guys are continuously
the black women complain about the high value celebrities. Why are this is what they say? Why are they the dating or marrying non-black. This is what black women say. And as a black man, I'm not advocating it, but I can tell you why that might be the case. Now,
based upon your own volition.
That might be the case, but I think that it goes way deeper than just, well, black women are not submissive enough. There is like historical context to the reason why.
But then black women are submissive.
Again,
that's not excuses.
Do you think non-black men want to? Do y'all think that any other non-black man wants to hear these excuses from women? So you think a white man wants to hear that I'm not feminine because of X, Y, and Z? I'm not submissive because of X, Y, and Z. Yeah, black men don't need to come on these platforms and say anything negative about black women. Black women come on these platforms themselves and say why they're not feminine, why they can't be submissive. Y'all say this for the world and other ethnic groups to hear, other ethnic groups of men to hear for themselves. Black men don't got to say it. They don't have to say it. Y'all say it for yourselves.
I have to be masculine. I hear it all the time. I'm not putting these words.
Huh?
Wait, what did you say, Jess? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, yeah, because white men are not going to sit up on a podcast and talk about.
They do actually. White men have a ton of dating podcasts, way bigger than black men. I can name a ton of them. They got millions of subscribers. They have these dating conversations just like black men. It ain't no different.
But are they talking about?
They're usually talking about women, and they say women. They don't sit here and start talking about, well, the European women specifically.
Because they only have white women on their panels. Like,
it's usually women versus men. That's the issue right now.
No, they're talking about the woman that they have, and we're talking about the woman that we know. The woman that was on our show. What group do you see on our show mostly?
People of color.
And what are these women saying on our show? I'm masculine. I'm not competing. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be like.
I can relate to that.
Women saying they don't need men.
I've never said that in my life. I'm saying that it's just whack that black men just support the narrative of like black women not being approachable or like ideal candidates. That part is to me is whack, and it's not even about an excuse.
The part that's unfair is that you can never experience being a black man trying to approach a black woman and get in a stank ass attitude.
And the same narrative.
Why are we still having these circle jerk conversation? Like, if you guys feel this way about black women, like, why do we keep going in circle? If other women are more submissive and they're more approachable and they're better in every sense, then why are black women on this
because as a black man, I'm loyal to black women as well, and I'm gonna.
But that's hard to feel. Like,
hold up, y'all. It may be tough love, but I'm gonna point out some of y'all flaws, and I want y'all to point out some of my flaws so we can fucking fix this shit one day. But it gets hard when black men get told something. We can hold ourselves accountable 9 times out of 10. But when we come trying to correct the black woman,
not you lying on Beyonce's Instagram.
I'm just saying.
First of all, are we going to sit here? Wait, time out. We going to really sit here? Y'all going to sit here and act like black women for decades have not been saying how black men ain't shit, how we deadbeats, how we violent.
I don't know. Maybe that's the household, or maybe the narrative.
I don't believe that. Anybody else like that? I love black men.
I can't even relate to that.
I value black men, and it's never.
I can't even relate to that.
I know y'all not gonna sit here and say that y'all never said that niggas ain't shit.
No. And specifically black men. No.
That's what you say when you 22 and up.
That's what you saying this?
Wait. You're gonna sit here and say that y'all never said niggas ain't shit.
No. We was 22 and pissed. Yeah, absolutely. But when you know better,
you don't even respect black fathers.
Cool.
What?
What?
What happened?
What?
What you got to say? What you got to say? Okay, all right.
Black father.
Damn, you ain't never say that?
I ain't never said what?
Niggas
My
ain't
father
shit.
was good to me. I don't know.
How could I?
I might have. I don't remember.
One mic.
Like having a conversation with my friends on the phone and we're just venting about whatever we're going through with guys is a lot different than, to me, just like bringing that on a public platform. And
black women have been y'all had daytime television on lock for decades talking about black men. Y'all gonna sit here and act like that hasn't been a thing?
I'm not sure. I don't know what you're referencing. I've never personally.
And this is why these conversations
talk about men.
Everybody here on a daytime television show talking about black. I'm asking a serious question. I don't know.
But these is why these conversations keep happening, because everybody is disingenuous. I can sit here as a black man and understand that there are some black men that ain't shit. But when black men are trying to speak up and express our frustrations, y'all are hitting it. Well, that's not me. I'm not like that. I don't know nobody like y'all. Know damn well y'all know what we talking about.
I just asked you a question. You did not answer. I said, give me an example of a person who had a daytime television show on live TV that bashed black men. I want to know from my own knowledge, because I've never
Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones,
Oprah.
No, you did not
Oprah never said it. Oprah don't talk about black guys.
Ricky Lake, bro, come on.
I love Oprah.
Come on, bro.
Tyler Perry movies. Every Tyler Perry movie is about a black man who ain't shit.
Ricky Lake was not black, but she had black women on there shitting on black men.
The View?
Ricky?
What they viewing?
I never watched it.
What the fuck?
Lottie Love went on national television talking about how black men are incapable.
I feel like
Mowgli wasn't supporting black women shitting on black men.
I feel like men and women are equally frustrated with each other, and we do vent and we do the back and forth. It's equal. We do that, and men do the same. We just frustrated and it goes back and forth.
Started making podcasts though. Like that's the only time.
No matter, it's still wrong. No matter who did it first.
All right. But now that we're here, we're trying to find solutions to the problem.
There's no solution. Just stop saying it and stop doing it.
Nah, that's not going to solve
that ain't going to.
Just stop, because when you put it in everything comes from your subconscious. If you have it in the back of your mind, woman ain't shit, men ain't shit, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a man that's not shit, and you're going to get a woman that's not shit. So if you stop saying that, you stop thinking about that, saying black woman and queen, like this daily affirmation.
Men are not saying women ain't shit. Men are
you got to copy.
Men are telling you what you need
now
to
you know women.
And then when I hear it, men are telling y'all what y'all need to fix, and then when y'all hear it, it's just automatic.
Well, why don't y'all
wait? I didn't hear what women need to fix.
I'm telling you what we want in black women, and y'all rebuttal is
stop negatively comparing us against what others.
Exactly. That's where it is.
If you want to talk about black women and black men and leave it at that, you can leave it at that. But stop bringing up, Spanish women do this, or Asian women do that, or this person did that. That's not. If you want to fix the issues in the black community, we need to stop comparing each other against other races of people.
But y'all do that with black men. Black
women are more successful and not. Well, you do this. You
that's the statistics. I'm just reading the facts.
The solution is stop being tit for tat and keep the conversation between black men and black women and talk about the solutions between each other and leave other people out of it. It doesn't matter who did it first. That's irrelevant.
Same sense, you need to hold other women accountable when they do that too, though. Because
I agree with that.
I agree.
We don't have an issue with that.
It has to be on both ends, though. It has to be on
both. We got to work together. It's not one person doing all the work.
It's not on both ends, because
it's on both ends. We got to work together.
It's not on both ends.
It's not on both ends now, because we still have a lot.
I'm saying what y'all saying is it sounds good, but y'all know damn well when y'all hear black women say all these hateful things, hateful rhetoric towards black men, none of y'all say y'all don't stop them.
How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that? And honestly, it depends on the relationships that women have when it comes to the figures in their life. So if they have a positive idea of what a black man is, or like a father figure or someone that they respect, they're not going to sit around and entertain conversations that's defaming
So what about
them.
all the black women that's raised by single mothers who hate their experience with men?
I was raised by a single mother, and I
said women that was raised by single mother who hate their experience with their man. So I'm talking about bitter baby mothers, which there's a lot of those.
They should probably seek therapy.
But is that affiliate of all racial groups, or is that affiliate only of black?
You're making it about race. I'm saying bitter baby mothers.
Y'all made it about race.
Yeah, y'all made it about race.
Y'all made it about race. I'm just making it clear. Are you talking about bitter baby mothers? That is saying, all racial groups, or is that
Najee made it about racial?
You got because
that's
also,
what I'm saying, but no, I'm not even gonna go back and forth. I'm saying there's women who are single mothers who raise their daughters to be independent, as well as saying men ain't shit. How do you think they're growing up and how they receiving a man when it comes to off a fresh slate? You already hate men. You're growing up hating men to a certain degree. You already hear.
I don't know any men. I don't know any women like that. Okay, that's gonna be my excuse every time I talk about men. That's gonna be my excuse. I don't know any men. That's it. That's the whole live stream. That's gonna be the whole live stream.
I don't know any.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth on every topic now. Every time y'all talk about men, black men specifically, I'm gonna say I don't know them. That's
what you about to say. That's what you about to say.
I personally, I don't know anyone that was raised by a single mother that was taught, oh, we hate men. No, like that doesn't make no sense. Like, no. If anything you're taught, choose better than I chose, so you don't have to experience this. That's it.
Where you grew up at?
Me?
Yeah.
In New Jersey, in Queens.
So
I grew up in a 2-parent household, but that wasn't my experience. Like,
yeah, me too.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but that was my stepdad. That wasn't even my dad. My parents.
You don't have the experience.
Yeah, so I think it's not.
I with what he was saying. There are some single parents, some women that do that. But because I'm not even gonna bring that up. But I know a few. I just feel like whenever they're going through their experience, they should never I'm not trying to talk too much, but like, let me put it like this. My mom never bashed my father. She never bashed my father in front of me, to me. She never spoke about him to me or anything in a negative light. It was never nothing negative. So even if she was dealing with whatever she was dealing with, I never experienced it. I never seen it. So like I said, there are some women out here that are bitter. I've seen that myself. But I just feel like those type of women, keep your problems away from the children. The kid shouldn't know that he cheated on you and, all that stuff. So I agree with you with that. There are women out here that do that. And instead of bashing the father or the person in front of the kid, keep that stuff to yourself. You got friends to vent to. Don't vent to your kids about it. And then the kids grow up hating the father because of your issues.
Yeah.
You know one thing I do like to point out, right, is that black men get so much flack about dating outside our race, even though we marry black women at an 87% rate. But we get so much flack about dating outside of the race. But if you look at the interracial dating stats, Asian women significantly date outside their race the most. But why don't they get the same hatred that black men get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even, I bet y'all didn't even know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not by a small percentage. Asian women have a very high percentage of marrying outside their race. They usually marry white men or pretty much.
I never asked my white counterparts how they felt about it, so I wouldn't know.
I don't think black women care if you guys are marrying outside your race. We care.
That's the first thing I bring up.
We care when you feel the need to compare or like, oh well, I didn't date a black woman because this date your white woman, that's fine, but you don't got to talk about me because I do nothing.
I know that.
Don't put me down in the midst of what you like.
I know that's not true.
Nobody's stopping you.
I know that's not true because when people like Kyrie Irving or Michael B. Jordan has never said anything negative about black women. But when y'all see them with a white woman, y'all always say, well, his mother is black. Y'all definitely care. Even if they say nothing. Kanye never said nothing about no black woman. And y'all always make sure to bring up the fact that he...
What's Lawrence's name?
What was dude from
Lawrence from yeah, he ain't never say nothing about black women. And y'all
went
all comments killing him.
What are his comments?
He had to deactivate his account because black woman tore him up for marrying a white woman.
Who's really insecure?
It just
sometimes
I have a question. What are your reasoning? Like, did you really like this white woman, or did you like her solely?
Oh my god!
Are you dating her solely because
I thought you didn't care.
But I have questions. Like, did you go to school with only white people? Where'd you meet this white lady? Like, did y'all work together? What do you guys have in common? Like, what is it?
What if he just said she competed?
Kim Kardashian.
What if he just said she competed?
Before we answer this question,
what do you mean by compete? What you want? You want to dance? You want me to do a TikTok video? You want me to send an audition tape? Like I'm confused. What you want?
Before we answer this question, do you really care? Do you really care?
No, I'm really, because I'm like,
you really
should I be asking people to compete for me? I'm gonna start be like, yo, you gotta send me money. I need shoes, because that's how you compete.
That's what a lot of women are saying. You're late.
Well, I'm saying this is why I said this is the pitfalls of comparing the Black community to other communities.
Race is like,
we have a very different experience historically, currently, presently. So it's like our experience as Black people is just not the same as other people. So we have like really deep-rooted issues. And like I said, it's not, you know, we could spend hours talking about this. It's like we try to make these, I think the problem comes in when we try to simplify these things and make it so black and white, and it's not really black and white. It's a very, very large gray area of problems that, you know, has, like I said, has historical context. So it's like there's reasons behind why some Black women get up in arms when they see, you know, a Black man dating outside of his race. It has a lot to do with a bunch of things I can name: whitewashing, colorism. Like we could just go on and on and on about all the issues that we have in our community. So like I said, like this is where we have the issue with comparing ourselves to what other people are doing, because it's just like we just have a totally different lens, totally different experience, and it's not black and white.
I don't want to neglect your feelings, and I understand what you're saying, but as there's a lot of average dudes, right, who's might be like the calm guy, but he's a good guy, and a lot of women, you know, use their first experience with the fuck boy rather than going for the good guy. So this good guy who's been ignored multiple times, where women are not competing for him, and now he's of value, he's not going to really be chasing a woman that's not paying him any attention. Then he's
what makes him a good guy? Because
so what happened that the switch happened?
The good guy that gets in the good guy that gets in the friend zone. You know he's a good man, but you put him in the friend zone. I'm talking about that guy. Y'all don't know that guy either, right? Y'all never had a nigga that had good potential.
Good version of good might not be my version of good. There's a lot
exactly. Just because he's good don't mean that he's good for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys that's good for some. Just because
okay, so the nigga that's toxic, that's fucking you, fucking your homegirl, why does he get a chance? You know he's not the fucking guy. We know he's not the guy.
Where are you finding these women?
No, I really don't understand. Y'all defending how this good guy doesn't get the chance, but y'all will let a fucking toxic nigga.
Where you
you didn't get a chance either, I'm sure. Because she wasn't good for
these women that are dating these people.
Good on paper, but she wasn't.
I fucked a lot of girls and wasn't worthy of their time and space. A lot of women gave me their energy, their legs, and everything else that I did not deserve. So for me,
maybe they thought you was cute. What's wrong with that? Maybe they thought you was cute. Maybe they wanted to give you a little slice of the pin pie.
And that's the problem. I can't.
You gotta be attracted to the person.
I'm ready for the next one.
I
know this is getting crazy.
I make him a good guy.
Hell,
if she wanted to give it to you, I mean, take it.
And that's the problem. They're willing to let the nigga just fuck on them when there's a man that can build with them, and they rather give.
What if he's not cute? What if he don't got no swag? What if I don't like the way he talk? What if he's
that sounds stupid? That sounds stupid.
Oh, Jill, do you date women that you're not attracted to?
I have my standards, of course, but there's
okay. But why is it that when women, it's always like when we're not attracted to someone for whatever reason, and we're just talking physical, if we're not attracted to someone for whatever reason, we always get the, well, he's the good guy, and like, you know, why, you know,
historically,
whoever expects men to date somebody they're not attracted to.
Because historically, I would look over all of that for money. So if y'all overlooking that for money,
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about physical.
Wait. You said why? Right? Because historically, y'all would look over why he's not attractive if he got money, right?
We weren't able to work. It was about survival.
I'm talking about today.
The broke guy. I literally can't get a job.
We're talking about today. We're not talking about your great grandmother. We talking about today. We talking about swag.
Khaled.
You talking about swag.
But I think it's subjective. Swag could be subjective.
I'm confused about the question. I'm saying that I feel like men, you know, are not expected to date women. Like, even though she's great and she could be a great woman and everything that you want, but if you're not physically attracted to her, nobody is going to expect a man to be with a woman that she's not physically attracted to.
I don't know if you heard me, but I held myself accountable, right? I said I was a bad person for women to be dealing with. I was disrespectful. I was untrustworthy. I was a bad man. And a lot of women gave me opportunity when I knew they had maybe have other guys that they were dating or took in serious. They're cheating on that man with me. So I'm saying women made bad choices by fucking with a fuck boy rather than building on their relationship with a good quality man.
And we ain't saying these dudes got to be butt ugly, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but again, what we're saying is, some women tend to give men that y'all know are not worthy of y'all time and affection more chances than the guy that's out here working hard, that's treating you well, that don't got 18 baby mamas. For some reason, y'all still fucking on the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like men are frustrated at this point. Like, and I know y'all gonna say, well, I don't know any women like that. Cool, we gonna get to the next topic. Like,
I don't know any women like that. I'm just like, that's personally not my preference. Like 18.
That's not what we are. We're like,
that's not you know. You guys make it seem like black women are a monolith.
No, I'm not. You still bringing up this color? I did not say anything. I just said woman that was picking the wrong niggas, and y'all are. Who is stuck on
we're black.
You're saying
that when we said something about black men, y'all were just upset.
I just said don't compare us to other races of people. I have no issues having a conversation about the black community and what black men and women do inside of our community.
Right, so
I'm just saying don't bring other people into it.
All right, so we can talk about black women. Black women tend to choose the wrong nigga. Like,
what?
I think that is such a general statement that you like, how dare you? How can you say that as a whole? Like, black women are just choosing the wrong black men. I don't even understand how you could say that as, like, you know, maybe
if we look at
your
personal experience. Wouldn't that be a black
man problem? Because you probably would use the number of how many single mothers there are.
How is that a black man problem?
So you're faulting women for being victims of praying men.
A majority of black women. So how is that a black man problem?
What do you mean?
Yo, I'm gonna say this right now.
Who are we dating? We're picking bad men. Who are the bad men?
The same bad man. He got 8 baby mamas each.
Why does he have 8 baby mamas? Did you hold him?
Why are you number 9?
Not her for dating him. Maybe she changed.
Why are 8 women giving this grown man a baby?
Facts. Facts.
This man is 33 years old. He got 33 kids. He has 33 kids. He's paying $1.49 for each kid. Now, who's the dummy? Him or all the 33 baby mamas? Who's the dummy?
Why you got 33 kids?
Yeah, you could definitely get
like. Clearly, he doesn't give a fuck.
33 clubs.
Clearly, he doesn't give a fuck.
That's a lot of people.
So when did they start being stupid? After number 5 or number 6 or number 7 or 33? When did they start getting stupid?
If a man could trick 33 women into being his baby mama, that's a smart man. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
How he has 33 kids?
Okay with distributing to single parent household. It's okay that he made 30 single parent households. Like, that's okay. But you mad at the one person that decided to have one child.
That's not okay.
But all the 30, different households. That's not
what he's glorifying. He said that's That's a good man. You can't.
No, the Joker was a smart man and Batman. That don't mean he was good. That's all I'm gonna say.
What is smart about having multiple children with multiple women? I'm trying to figure that out.
Simple math. 32 is bigger than 1, right? It's not both. It's not equivalent. You put that on a scale, it's not going to be balanced, right?
Correct.
What are you talking about? He has 33 women pregnant. Each 33 women have kids.
Each woman has one child.
His scale is going down. Like, what is
dumb too?
That's the basic math. That's statistics. Like
but
the way
the math there is there's more dumb women getting pregnant by one person.
Can I ask a question?
We can only get pregnant once in like 9 months. Like we can literally only get pregnant once in 9 months.
Can I ask y'all a question?
He could have sex 5 times a day.
You're right.
Pregnant every day.
You're right. Can I ask you a question? If a man comes to you, I'm not gonna knock the first baby mom. She was the first one. Even the second one. You had one kid, cool. But now you get to number 3. Oh, you got 2 baby moms? Oh, okay. Oh, you got 3 baby moms? Oh, okay. Oh, you got 4 baby moms? Oh, okay.
Oh, there's
okay.
Maybe he was nice to her. Maybe he was a good guy.
Nah, that's crazy.
Maybe he told her that they're keeping the kids from him.
Listen, we just
baby moms.
Hold on. We just had an episode again. We seem to justify the men that's out here doing the wrong thing. Look how many excuses maybe he treat her right. We just had an episode where we were talking about how women give drug dealers and scammers more chances. And you know what happened? Those same women said, well, what happened if they're good dudes? What happened if they treat them nice? Like the moral of the story is y'all come with all these excuses for the men that's not quality over the men that are quality. Like
someone being a scammer doesn't necessarily make them a inherently bad person. People gotta eat. People do what they gotta do to eat. So I mean, listen.
Not playing Penitentiary Dreams, and you giving me. You look at the excuses you giving him.
I don't think scammers.
So then, why don't you hold those women accountable instead of making excuses of why those women should date?
That's not my responsibility. If you laying down with someone, that's up to you. You can only make better choices.
They could go ahead.
But yet you were just mad at a man for.
Say it. I was mad at a man for what? Say it. Tell me.
Listen, can we let's get to this next topic.
Wait, oh my God.
Go to the super chat.
The chat is crazy.
I know the chat.
I don't even see it.
That man paid $20 to say something about me.
Shout out to Big Bro Needs You. Let me get to this.
He said cooperation. He was asking the lady.
Nah, they asked me, did I like men?
Hold on, y'all. Let me get through them. Niji said polygamy has nothing to do with homosexuality. Everyone can have separate rooms or separate homes traditionally. It's only for those who can't afford it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now y'all agree?
Key word is for those who can afford it. A lot of people have polygamy that cannot afford it.
Elon Jew asked y'all what if you can afford it.
It ain't about being afforded.
Yeah, but that's for the people who want to do polygamy. I'm just saying, like, I don't personally subscribe to it, but if a woman does subscribe to that, at least get a man who can, take care of you and however X amount of women.
Wendy's for dinner.
You just said accountability. Najee brought up race. She's sitting there drinking.
It's sparkling with cider.
She even correct them and say, "Yo, I was the one who brought up race." She just sat there and let us get attacked, but
what?
Shout out to yo, did you say they toxic as fuck? They play stupid.
He's spending up all his money.
Merciful said PhD in the building the truth and minor and playing stupid.
Okay.
We can answer things that, especially if we're not the ones that are,
that are like related. It's not really relevant to us.
I don't know what.
But look, I think Eli mentioned this earlier. He said, we know you guys have been in a certain experience with bad men. And y'all say women say men cheat, right? Do y'all not hear women say men cheat? That's all. I'm gonna ask you that simple question.
Men do cheat. Yes.
I know that I'm not cheating currently at this point in my life, but I would not say I don't know a man that cheats.
Well, didn't Charlamagne say black men don't cheat? That's what he said.
Yeah, they what? They've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, black men. Y'all talking about black? I'm talking about black boys. Black
men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. It's a mindset. It's not y'all talking about little boys in the mind, man. They cheat. Like grown men do not cheat. That's simple, man. Unless
so, what is it that they're
being in a relationship? Which in that case is not cheating.
Can I get to the next topic, man? Like, goddamn.
Yeah. Well, we
got more super chats.
That's the last one.
That was the last one, Drew?
I'm reading all the comments.
So speaking about, I know we was talking about mothers. I know this one went crazy. You know what I mean? You know, on the socials, man. So we're gonna play this one real quick and then get everybody's opinion on it. So
in comparison to women, more single dads than single women?
Excuse me, can I get a second? You're forgetting about the part about the fathers who's trying to be parents. Hold up, I'll let you talk. You forgetting about the parent. All right, you about to. You forgetting about the fathers who's not given a chance to be a parent. My father tried to be there. Because he wasn't with my mother no more, she made that shit so toxic for him, he had to let me go. So you saying, yes, no, hold up, I'll let you talk. My mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take care of me. Okay?
So I see both perspectives.
But you're still not seeing the perspective of women not allowing men to be fathers.
That's a small percentage.
No, that's to you.
I can't speak
That's
to
to you.
This might have been our first heated moment on Dailyrapupcrew. I ain't gonna.
Wow, that was.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't. Probably so. Maybe I got to go back and look in the archives, man. But I'm gonna say right now, man. Hold on, Keem. I'm gonna say that.
Oh man, they going in.
It's okay.
Nah, I just want to show that real quick.
I said what I said. What I said.
She said that's you.
But I was gonna say the amount of men that was DMing us and sharing their stories.
It's okay.
Y'all sharing their stories about how their baby mothers was actively preventing them from seeing it. It was crazy, man. Like, a time. Yeah, you can make that face all you want, but there's a lot of men.
It's just not giving that. Most of the women that I know that have kids, take your baby, go, take your kid.
How many women do you know?
A few of them. I don't know anyone that's held their kids away from it, unless the dad was like abusive or something like that. Like, go have fun.
How many?
What's crazy is women will chase the nigga that's not trying to take his kids, but the nigga that want to be a part of his kid's life, some of those women will give that nigga a run for his money.
Me, my son's dad, come get your baby. You want him? He's here. Come get him.
But didn't you try to take your kid without your child's father permission?
So what is actually funny? I did move, but I wasn't taking him forever.
But it don't matter. You did it without his permission. That's still not
actually really funny. Is he probably sees my child as often as he would if I was still.
You know why? He stopped you. He stopped you. If you was long,
you was trying to leave the country. You was trying to leave the country with your kids.
I was trying to go to Georgia.
I don't think you was trying to go to bookings.
This man lives 20 minutes from me. He probably sees my child the same amount of times as if I lived in Georgia. And I'm not asking him.
Only because he fought for his child, correct?
What? How he fought for the child that lives 20 minutes away that he barely sees?
No, if you were leaving, would he be able to go up the block and see this child as much as he was?
Even with the distance now, he still doesn't see him as much as he could. So you just wanted the option, realistically? You just wanted the option. Okay.
Yo, what
it worked in my favor. I'm happy that
what a baby daddy is. Somebody DM the baby daddy. Tell him to pull
leave
up.
Leave that man alone.
I don't have a baby daddy, but yeah.
Yo, tell him to pull up, man. So, yo, Cam, Jess, what's your thoughts on that clip?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to speak on that because I honestly see both sides. Like, I know that there are some situations where, you do have, hurt mothers who are trying to prevent, or make it hard on the father to see their child. I guess I'm just personally not familiar with that situation, only because in my situation, like, I was raised by a single mom and I had a dad who just opted out. So that was my experience. I'm just being honest. That's my truth, and I saw my mom, really honestly try to build that bridge for most of my childhood. And then when I became an adult and then he didn't have to go through my mother anymore, it was still a bunch of excuses. And then I got older and realized that he just opted out. So for me, like coming from that experience, like I said, I see both sides. But that was my personal experience of like I said, just seeing a man just say, forget it.
I understand.
And I see, but I can sit here and say, I understand your experience. What I'm not going to sit here and say is, well, I don't know no men like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that those men exist.
Okay.
But if I keep saying I don't know those men because I don't want to hold them accountable, you know what I mean? Like,
even if you look at like just court documents, most times the woman has the custody because the man didn't even fight. They don't even fight. If you look at divorces, custody, most times, most men do not want the responsibility of those babies. They don't. That's why a lot of women are, oh, can you come get your kid? Can you pay? Can you give me money for something for the kid? Most men don't. You see that guy that had 33 kids? You think he got time to see all 33 kids? He don't.
Let me ask
He
you
doesn't.
Why do I have to fight to see my child?
I never said you had to fight to see
your
your child.
but
if you are in now, I'm lying.
Most men don't even fight. Why do I even?
They don't. Have to fight? Not even fight. Most men don't want that responsibility.
Most men don't have the money to fight for their kid.
You don't need money to fight.
Yes, you do.
The person, okay, so the person that I'm dating now has custody of his child. He went to court. The mother is not a crackhead. She is not on drugs. In New York State, they give your child a lawyer. The child speaks to the lawyer that is paid for by the city of New York.
Mm-hmm.
They have a conversation with the child. They speak to both of the parents. That's it. You don't have to pay for that.
That's if the child is old enough, correct?
How? Even if a 6-year-old can speak and attest about how their parents.
All right. So what if the child is 2? What if the child is 3?
Then you go to court and you fight. You think I'm gonna let someone tell me that?
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win.
Why would you not?
Because
if you're actually the better fitted parent, are you fighting because you want to be petty? Are you fighting because you're actually the
mother's
better?
abusive or a crackhead? You're not gonna win.
No, it is true that women are seen to be just naturally the initial like guardian of children. Just think about how like you sign a birth certificate. But it shouldn't be that way, and that's what they're trying to say.
There's no way to say that someone else, that baby is not mine. I literally pushed. You don't even know if the baby's yours until the baby's born. I know that this is my baby.
No, but what they're trying to say is that it should not just be an automatic thing that children are like granted custody, that women have automatic custody of the children, and it should be automatically shared.
So when you give birth to a baby in the hospital, you expect them to determine when a newborn. First of all, how are they going to take the baby from the mom? We breastfeed. That doesn't even make sense. Is the man going to breastfeed the baby?
What we're trying to say is that it should not be a man or
that's not how that works. The baby literally comes from your body. The baby literally smells your scent.
But it doesn't mean that you should have automatic ownership over them because they came from your body.
In New York,
they also came from a men's body also.
When a baby in New York State, when a baby is born, you have legal joint custody. So I can't speak for any other state, but in New York State, when the baby is born, you have joint custody.
No, you don't have legal joint custody. You have to apply for joint custody.
No, you do not. When you do the acknowledgement of
if I take my child, you can say that I
apply for joint custody.
When you do the acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital, that man is acknowledging that the child is his. That's how that works.
I know.
I think that women should let men see their children.
Agreed.
We all agree with that.
And women should see their children, and they hire a way to co-parent effectively as adults instead of getting the courts and the government involved. You guys had the baby together. You didn't have the baby with the government.
Being in that, looking at the comments on that post, I hear a lot of women saying, "Oh, if your father's a deadbeat, just say that." They also said, if he was a real man, he would fight. All I hear is complaining. If you want your child, pay up. A lot of women, if y'all go to those comments on that actual post, women are saying, shut up and just pay. Basically, if you want to see your child, pay for it.
I don't agree with that.
Wow.
You ain't telling them that in the comments. You arguing with the other niggas who saying, I'm going through this experience.
Listen, I feel like if you people aren't perfect. If you happen to have a child with a woman that is purposely keeping you from your child and you want to see your child, that is an unfortunate situation. But if you want to see your child, advocate and fight for your child. Are you fighting because they're not safe? Are you fighting for...
So can you
hold this?
But this is life.
Thank you, Miss Spells.
Thank you.
You shouldn't have to fight. You shouldn't have to, but this is life. There are women that are difficult.
But you're normalizing the fact. But you're normalizing the fact that
I'm not normalizing it. It's a reality.
That's
not a reality.
That's why we have jail.
That's not a reality. No, but that's not a reality. That's not a real reality.
You're holding other women accountable by saying fight for your child. You holding men accountable.
Yeah.
Other women
accountable. I didn't hear you say anything about women
to see his child.
Yeah, I'm about to say
if you have
I didn't hear you say anything about fighting when it comes to women.
Whether you are a man or a woman and you have a baby with someone that is withholding your child, fight for your child. That's it. If you shouldn't have to, I'm not saying you shouldn't have to, but if you have to, fight. That's it. You want your kid, right? Like, I'm confused. Like, you think a court is gonna stop me from getting my baby if I think that they would be better with me?
If they get a motherfucker,
I don't care.
Would you say that women have more leverage over men when it comes
to?
They
yes.
do.
100%.
We gave birth to the baby. It came out of.
But you're missing the point. No, it doesn't matter that we birthed them because it started out from a man and then it came into a woman. So just because we carried a child for 9 months or whatever doesn't mean that we should have automatic leverage over the welfare of the child. Because you guys came together to make the child. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter.
Automatic leverage
to take care of the child. It's like you shouldn't have babies without marriage. Because he just
exactly.
Even if you get married, it's the same thing. People get divorced. People want that's a thing. The marriage is not stopping you from the relationship
that will make you a better baby.
But still, the government.
You talking about how women have more leverage because they carry
do you
the
not
child.
have a birth certificate? You don't have a driver's license. You don't pay taxes. What do you mean? We using the internet. They literally control our internet. The government says we're not able to use YouTube. That's it. We live in America. There's no, the government, that doesn't make no sense. We live in America. Like, what do you mean? Like, you got, when the baby comes out, they send you a social security number and a birth certificate. That's
Who they send it to, the mother or they send it to the father?
They send two birth certificates. In New York, they send two birth certificates, one social. The mother gets one social. The father, if y'all don't live together, the father gets one birth certificate, the other parent gets another birth certificate. That's it.
But that's fine. But it's still, if you guys made the babies together, y'all should be able to figure it out.
Who, me?
Do you have children? No, not you. I know you have children. I see you when you was pregnant at the back.
Yeah, I'm like, I have 3.
You have children? Jess?
No, I don't have children.
Okay.
But I think you're missing a point.
I have children.
Yes, and I can't. This is too much. Like it's
too much.
Crazy.
No, but I don't think that it matters whether a person.
I agree.
Has
you have kids or not. I agree.
I just think it's common sense that, you know, if you created a baby together, the best thing to do for the health of that child is to find a way to successfully co-parent, and that's it. Like
that's beautiful in a perfect world.
Yeah, it's not, you know, obviously it's not a perfect world, but I'm just saying you know, they just want you to acknowledge, that this is also on a woman's part. There are real scenarios, you know, in which women are keeping, you know.
I never said that wasn't a thing. I never said that wasn't a thing.
It's a matter of them just wanting you to acknowledge that the accountability is on both sides when it comes to it.
Y'all didn't hear me say that?
No, you were honestly talking about how women have automatic leverage because they carry the child for 9 months.
What you said to try to
automatic access.
What you tried to say to play both sides was if you're a man or a woman, you should fight for your child. But how often is a woman fighting for her child from a man? That's a small percentage of relationships. We talking about the majority here. In the majority, men are fighting for the right to see their child. So that's why we need women.
What's the percentage of men that are fighting for their children that are like legitimately withheld?
More than women.
Okay.
They got to go through hoops, and I'm saying that.
Speaking of which,
it's not easy.
I do want to play this clip real quick. This don't even got nothing to do with it. I wanted to give the fathers, the black fathers,
because I appreciate.
Before you get to that, let me get to need you super chat. That got something to do with it. He said a male puts life into you. You are carrying his child.
I agree.
She only cares about how much he put in.
No. I agree with that 100%. But I'm like, you're like, oh well. It's the mother shouldn't have leverage over the child. It's like, so when the baby is born,
there should be no leverage.
First question: if the baby is born in the hospital, I just gave birth to a baby. The guy says, you know, we're not together. I'm gonna take the baby. So should we go to court? Like, how should I just give him the baby? Like, how should this really work?
That shouldn't even be a conversation. We're not saying that.
How we can co-parent effectively. How are we going to co-parent effectively?
That's what does co-parent mean to you? What is co-parent
mean? It means for y'all to get it together. That's what it is.
That's like, what it means.
There's no one definition of co-parent. Is however me and you can get it together. Whether you see the baby twice a week, I see the baby. Like it don't matter what it is for you. But as long as you are on one accord with your partner, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, listen. Let me.
Wait, we got one more.
I never said it never happened.
He said literally, it's men out here catching hell to see their kids, and she says it never happened. It's a guy who didn't get to see his kids for decades because the mother lied and said she sexually abused his daughters.
Oh yeah,
she's sick. She's a sick individual. She needs to be locked up and thrown in jail. That's sick. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to anybody? That's just weird.
This is what's
because you women are given the perspective that they have the leverage automatically because they're carrying a kid, and that's what you are perpetuating.
So you would lie. You would lie on your
no.
child's
I'm
father?
no.
Exactly.
We're trying.
So
no, but you're missing the point. The point is that women naturally have the leverage, and that's what. And I disagree with that. But you are saying that because they carry the child, so they're governing everything around the child, and the child is. You know,
I literally just said in New York State, when a child is born, you share equal rights to the child. I literally just said that.
No, you said the law, but you gave me the law of New York State. You gave me the law of New York State, but you also said that women are automatically have leverage over the child because they birthed them, because they gotta nurse them.
When the baby is born, the baby is with me. So are you gonna take the baby from the like? That doesn't make any sense.
That's your
experience. If you're crackhead, you gotta take.
If you're a crackhead, you know what happens? You know what happens to babies that are born to crackheads?
Yeah.
They're taken away as soon as the baby is born. They don't get to keep the baby. If you fail the the whatever that's called.
But even the mom is still allowed visiting rights. She can come every single day.
From my own personal experience, my son was born, he was a preemie, right? There was a baby that they brought into. I'm like, whose kid is this? Where's the mom? No mom, she's on drugs. They like that. What are we saying? There was nobody there for that baby.
I'm a nurse and I've been in the NICU before, and what I'm saying what happens is sometimes the mother just opts out. That's a possibility.
Where's the dad? She had this baby with.
Out. But however, even if they want to see their baby, they're not held from not seeing their baby.
Yep.
So mother can come into the hospital every day if she wanted to go see their baby. And
you're saying to me that if a person has a baby, a man has a baby with someone that's on drugs, they take the baby, they get a DNA test for that baby, that's his baby. He's not going to be allowed to see the baby? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he can see the baby. They have
no, we didn't say that.
We're saying that what we're saying is that there's nothing that's going to keep anybody from seeing their baby. If a baby's a crack baby, the mother has the same equal rights as the father to go see the baby.
Isn't that what I just said?
No, you keep talking about leverage.
You're not understanding. The woman
talking about leverage
can literally sit there and say, hey, this man is abusing me. I need an order protection now from me and my child to keep him away. Now, that's not happening either. We just gave you a scenario.
You guys are content on misunderstanding me, so it's like, yeah, I got it.
You're not answering.
I don't know nothing. It's okay. You got it.
Yo, Jess, real quick, I do want to ask you those questions. You said in your experience, some women do opt out of motherhood, basically, with the child, right?
Yeah, they do.
Do those women? Some of them, right? I agree. Do those women get labeled as deadbeats or bad mothers?
I label them as a deadbeat.
Absolutely. And I think they get even there's even more harsh. I just feel bad for them because sometimes they're going through mental illnesses like postpartum depression, everything like that. And we get it, like the chemical compounds in their brains is making them feel that way. But then there are some women who, I don't know, like that even other women would be like, how do you not like your child? How do you not love your child? The child came out of you. And they're feeling overwhelmed. Like, but there has to be something wrong with me because I don't want my child. I don't like my child. I'm in postpartum depression. And it's like there's a whole bunch of other things that come with the deadbeat mom. A lot of it is mental health. Most of the time.
Some of them they don't want the responsibility because I don't know one personally, but I know of one and she doesn't see the son Christmas, nothing. One time she seen the son, she ran off. And I mean, I'm not saying that she's not dealing with any type of mental issues because she could be too, but a lot of them just don't want the responsibility. A lot of them want to continue to live their life, party and do all that stuff.
Well, that's a different type of mom. That's a different type of mom, though, I think, right? Like the mom that wants to go to the club and stuff and leave the baby with any and everybody. Right. I don't know what they are labeled as. I'm not sure what that label is, but the woman that choose to opt out completely, like give up.
Yeah, the child. She's not in the child's life at all. Like she doesn't want no parts, but she's out enjoying herself. So that's why I said she could be dealing with something mentally too. But like I said, some of them, they just don't want the responsibility. But it's like, why have a child?
I'm sorry. I just feel like we need to just like acknowledge that both scenarios happen in our community, because, you know, I think like over 70% of Black children born to Black parents are raised in a single parented household, and almost 90% of the time that parent is going to be their mother, you know, regardless of the situation. So I think it's a combination of both things. Like I said, you know, in my personal situation, and I do have, you know, other people that I know where it wasn't really a thing where the father was fighting to be part of their child's life. They just opted out. And then there are those, you know, situations where the mother is still whatever, angry, hurt, bitter over their relationship failing, whatever the case is. And now she's given a hard time. So I see it from like both perspectives. And that just says a lot about like the degradation of our like family structure in our community.
Yeah, I think you just need to acknowledge both sides of the spectrum, and we can find solutions to the problem. Because once we're not acknowledging the other side, then it's like the other side doesn't get held accountable. So there's no reason for them to change what they're doing. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you, it's not just that simple. Because I'm gonna say some shit, right? Because there's a lot of women that are single mothers, but that they are not being mothers as well. My mother was a single mother who didn't raise me. So she's a part of them statistics where you say she's a single mother raising children, but she didn't raise me. So how is she a single mother? You get what I'm saying? She still got government assistance for me. She still got whatever she got under my care, but never raised a day of me. You get what I'm saying? I was already out on my own at the age of 15.
Who raised you?
Myself. I had a grandparent, and then I lived on my own. And
was it because she was working a lot, or something else going on?
Huh?
Was it because she was working a lot to like keep?
No. She. And this is my situation with my mom. So this is for me to express. Maybe somebody else is going through it. I don't need nobody else criticizing her. This is my truth, and this is what happened. She did not raise me. She knows she didn't. We have a better history now, or relationship now, because she plays a part in my children's life, which I appreciate. But she didn't raise me my whole life. But a lot of women out here, where I have friends who experienced something similar. We praise this, women are being single mothers when their mothers are the ones watching the child.
The grandmas,
parents. Their grandparents are watching them. Their aunties, their uncles, everybody else in the family is watching them. So it's not as much.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold up. There's not as much single parents as we think there are. And look, I'm gonna go to my father's situation. People say, "Oh, your father should have fought." My father is a legal immigrant in America who got deported. He fought to take me from my mother, but could not. He is not a citizen in America. He was deported. So she used that leverage against him when he would say, "Oh, let me take him." No, this, that, and another. So we can sit here and talk about this, but this is certain things that certain men are going through. With my father not having leverage, not a lawyer can't help nothing. The fuck he doing? He's in here illegally, but still tried his way to be in my life. With her not being there, still prevented him from being in my life. So this is real shit. So we can't just say, "Oh, it's so much single mothers," and I know there are, and I appreciate those ones. But the mothers that's out here that's getting the credit for having their mother watch their children, you are not a single parent.
They're not single mothers.
There's a lot of that.
They need help. It takes a village to raise a child. I mean, I don't know.
It's a lot of that shit. I'm telling you.
I mean, but everybody's personal situation is different. And it just like, you know, as I said before, your situation, my situation, and, you know, a lot of us who come from these situations, unfortunately, it's a lot of us, you know, and it's like I said, it just speaks to the degradation of the family structure within the Black community. No matter what the details of the situation is, the fact still remains that this is like really a serious issue. One that I've personally been affected by. And, you know, when you become an adult, you don't realize how those things affect you until you become an adult and you start, you know, like self-reflecting and hashing those things out and seeing, you know, and hopefully we all get help for it. But I feel like that also plays a role in, you know, how we date. You know, this is why we're here going back and forth, because of our experiences. Like your experience with your mother could have played a role in how you dealt with women, just like my experience with my father plays a role in how I deal with men. So it's just like, and then it's just
and it could affect you as children as well. Like as an educator, I see it all the time. Emotionally disturbed. That's why I feel like as a community, we should definitely try to, like I said, especially for the kids, co-parent, because it goes a long way. Like she just said, it goes into even as adults, into dating. A lot of dating has to do with childhood trauma.
Yeah.
How you were raised.
Listen, let me get to this video real quick. Like I said, this has to do with Black fathers, and I wanted to play it just to give the credit that we sometimes deserve and stuff like that. So,
conducted by the Center for Disease Control, the myth that Black men are absent fathers was dispelled. When news outlets report on Black fatherhood, it's often depicted as a crisis, further reinforcing the idea that Black men are not there to raise their children. But the data that the CDC gathered paints quite a different picture. In the study built upon years of research, the results indicated that Black dads are actually more involved with their kids on a daily basis than other racial groups. From changing diapers to playing with their children to helping with homework, Black fathers were statistically more hands-on than white and Latino fathers. Tara Culp-Bressler of Think Progress noted that equal numbers of Black dads and white dads tend to agree that it's important to be a father who provides emotional support, discipline, and moral guidance. There's one area of divergence in the way the two groups approach their parental responsibilities. Black dads are even more likely to think it's important to financially provide for their children. The study also compared dads that were living with their kids and those who were not, and Black fathers were still significantly more present.
Yeah, so again, I'm going back to Cam's point about
before we go into this, I just want to
always just interrupt.
Hold on, man. I just want to shout out Drew real quick now, because it just reminded me of Drew how he
appreciate you, brother.
His children life, shout out to him, man. But yeah, continue.
Forgot what I was about to say, man.
Yo, 2 seconds.
This nigga always wait for me to talk, and they be like, "Yo, let me get to this stupid chat real quick." Now, just to go back to what Cam said about the single mothers, right? That term is so broad, I think, because again, the stats show that the fathers are active. So, what do we call the fathers that are active in their kids' life? We would still refer to those women as single mothers, right? So they would still be categorized whether the man is active or not active in the child's life. So I don't know, maybe we need a different term to categorize active men, even though they're not together, you know what I mean? But they're still actively involved in their children's life, because a single mother just sounds like a father's not there. She's handling the brunt of the responsibility. Like, you know what I mean? At least that's what I interpret it most times when I hear that term, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe we can find
child support, other things.
Yeah, things of that nature. So
a co-parent.
Co-parent.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's really co-parenting.
Yeah, you're a co-parent.
That is better. Let me see what else we got here. Let me get to this next one.
Oh, we got a super chat though.
Also the Black father. That's the only thing.
We looked at that. We got a new member. My fault.
Shout out to the member, man. Appreciate you. Let me Let me get to this one, man, because I know this one kind of went crazy too.
I feel like you could be pro-black and date outside your race.
Well, it depends on how you define pro-black.
How do you define it?
Keeping your resources within your community and also increasing the Black population around the world. And if you are in an interracial relationship, just by that definition alone, you cannot be pro-black.
If you're in an interracial relationship, but you live in the community, your resources is going in that Black community, isn't it?
He skipped over the most important part.
Yeah, you meant
Is procreating.
Yeah,
Right.
If I have a child with a white person, that child is Black.
They are mixed race.
Almost.
They are not Black. They are mixed race.
Yo, how many lashes Umar gonna give you for that one right there, man?
Yo, shout out to King for holding him accountable.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be 1,000.
That might be 1,000 lashes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, what are y'all thoughts? Can you be pro-black and date outside your race?
Well, what I did was during that clip, I looked up the definition of pro-black. So I was working from a definition that I Googled, you know, which is hard because pro-black could be defined really as anything to anyone. I don't know. So I looked up like the most universal definition I can find, and I did say in that
Urban Dictionary.
I don't even know where I got it from.
Urban Dictionary, but
it probably was. But it was the most cohesive one that I could find. And I'm like, if we're working off of that definition, by that specific definition, then the answer is no. But what's pro-black? It's really hard.
I mean, can you justify it in any other sense?
Justify what?
Like, it sounds like you're confused as to if there's a definitive definition. Can you justify it being like in a different way? Like, can you justify being in an interracial relationship and still being pro-black? Is that a thing?
I guess it could be a thing. I mean, you could be in an interracial relationship and still, I guess, care about Black issues. So yeah, I mean, my thing, but like I said, working from that definition that I gave, then no, it wouldn't be a thing if you went by that specific definition.
Yeah, my take on it was just that it wasn't fair. I wasn't saying that it wasn't possible. It just wasn't fair because you're neglecting whatever race the other person, like the other half of the race that the other person is. So if it's a Black and a white child, you're basically trying to write off the white side, like trying to like wash it off a little bit. And it's like you're making them choose, and they got to choose in school, right? But you don't want to have. They shouldn't have to choose which one they want to be inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
You got to just love all parts of it.
People are gonna choose for them because your race is what you present like. So if you look Black, people are gonna assume that you're Black, et cetera, et cetera.
So in this day and age when you can identify as whatever you want to identify.
I mean, race, like someone's race is what we see with our eyes, not ethnicity, not nationality.
I've seen a video online with a white woman identifying as Black, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Transracial, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that is shit. Transgender could be a thing. I don't see why transracial can't be a thing, man. But we're not talking about the extreme cases, man, of people.
Well, my point was, all right. So, if we're looking at, let's look at a person like Drake or J. Cole. They both have a Black parent and a white parent. What do we identify them as? Black men. You know what I mean? So you have a child with a Black man, or I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the same for.
But I wouldn't identify them as pro-Black. Just because they Black don't mean you pro-Black.
J. Cole's a very pro. No, I'm not saying that they're a pro-Black person, but to her point where procreating a Black child in the Black community is part of being pro-Black. If you have a child that is 50% Black, by definition, you're increasing the Black population. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, it goes deeper than just procreating. It's about how you spend your resources in the community, like things that is more to just.
Right. And when I brought that up to you, if your resources go into the Black community, if the only issue is that your child is 50% another race, you can.
No, that's not the only issue. The only issue is you committed your love to a non-Black woman.
You're going outside the definition. Definition does not say
it does involve love.
Love is not in the definition.
But I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, if living in a Black community, the way the Black community is
promoting love for Black people and encouraging Black
resources are not going to Black people anyway. We don't even own most of the businesses in our own communities. So regardless of whatever, like you're not.
So how can anybody be pro-Black then?
No, there are people there. Like I said, I think proud to be
there's
Black.
no one on this earth that's pro-Black. I don't even believe that Dr. Umar will be the most pro-Black person, right? You're trying to tell me he bank, eat, sleep, everything Black?
You gotta ask
him.
You
gotta ask him. You can't assume.
Like you gotta ask him. Maybe.
That's
people that don't even use
Black-owned banks. Like I don't even know.
What's a Black-owned bank?
We had Black Wall Street.
One United
because everybody want to be rappers, so we lost Black Wall Street.
It's impossible. Like the way things are set up for our community, I think it's I understand what Ace is saying because I feel like just logistically, if you're going by that definition that I gave, that I looked up, like it's quite impossible because we don't own enough to do everything Black.
Yeah. Black, right?
Yeah. So that's unfortunate. You know, hopefully we can change.
Would you be able to take leadership from a pro-Black person if they had a white wife? Like a Black man that's telling you how to be Black, would those words come easier if he had a white wife? Or
how do you be Black?
Well, I'm saying like if he's telling you like how to be more pro-Black, like you should be investing but his wife is white. How would you guys feel?
Well, somebody told me how to invest has nothing to do with what he chose to have sex with. I don't know. It doesn't.
I disagree. I think I would want to see the visuals of like a Black Black marriage dynamic to be able to understand or even receive everything in which he's trying to kind of lead. And it has nothing to do with just like, maybe my feelings towards other race, but it would just be really difficult for me to wholeheartedly respect everything that he's saying as far as buying Black excellence if he is not as self kind of like an example of that would be tough for me to kind of like completely receive his leadership and that particular thing.
I hear what you're saying, but then in that same sense, if he was married to a Black woman, but then let's say he cheated on that Black woman, then you're like, oh, he ain't pro-Black. He over here cheating on his Black queen. Like, I mean, it's
cheating on with another Black woman.
Like, it's always gonna be subjective.
Was it another Black woman?
But I disagree with that. That like, being pro-Black and you like, I'm having poor choices doesn't mean that you're less pro-Black because you did it with a Black woman. It has nothing to do with that.
If you cheat with a Black woman is okay.
No, that's not. That's the opposite of what I'm saying. Is that you use the counterpoint that it's like, oh well, if you pro-Black, that means you respect, Black women, and so if you desecrate a Black woman by cheating on them, then that means you're not pro-Black. I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I think when it comes to anything Black, we always try to move the goalposts. Like when people talk about pro-life and that meaning you oppose abortions, we're not saying, well, you could be pro-life and still like be for like we know what that means definitively. But when it comes to Black definitions, now we want to, I'm gonna be honest with you, especially Black men. Especially Black men, we love to move the goalposts to make ourselves feel better about dating non-Black women. So of course it's like, yeah, I could date a white girl. Still, no, you can't. Like that.
The example is pretty much black and white, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like pro-life and not pro-life is pretty much black and white, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So why can't pro-Black and Black just be the same thing? Like
because there's no definitive definition, like she said.
Definitive to who? There's plenty of definitions. What do you think is not definitive because it don't come from a white man's dictionary? Like, what is your definition of definitive?
Who has defined it? Universal, like not.
It's subjective.
It means universal. Like, there's no universal definition of what pro-Black means. So it's like it's really hard to,
when you go, you personally got your definition from Urban Dictionary, but when I looked it up. These is people giving their comments. It's like, it's not like a definitive.
We got our own. There's no dictionary for how the way we use the word nigga, but we still know what the fuck it means.
Yeah, I feel like it's like more like examples of like people, like you said, Dr. Omar, and then the Black Panther movement. I think it's just like some examples of like pro-Black movements, but like,
I mean,
Farrakhan.
And we sit down and have a definitive definition, and I mean, we gotta be more organized as Black people.
I don't understand why we gotta be more when the word pro. Anytime you put pro in front of anything, that means you are for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, when it comes to pro-Black, now Black men want to start moving the goalposts, and I gotta hold Black men accountable. A lot of y'all, like I said, y'all be wanting to date the white girls and still be like, yeah, I still support Black though. Like, but you couldn't marry a Black woman. You couldn't find love in a Black woman. But you go find love in a white woman.
But you the same man that sit here and said that. Now, I mean, there's a lot of malice in the Black community that these Black women are eligible. So I mean, we can sit here and go back and forth, but I'm not.
That don't even make sense. Like, repeat that.
You just sat here and said why they was arguing with you earlier about how other women are more submissive, blah blah. So we could go back and forth.
That got nothing about being pro-Black. Like,
what? You're arguing for other races. How's that not?
I've never said I was pro-Black. That's the thing.
I gotta hold each other accountable. I love it.
If I was pro-Black,
I never said I was.
How many times on this show in front of Black women have I said I'm going to marry? I love Black women. I'm going to marry a Black woman.
So are you pro-Black?
What does that mean?
So are you pro-Black?
I'm not pro-Black by definition because I don't buy everything that's Black owned. But I love Black women, and I'm going to marry Black women, and I'm going to have Black kids, and I promote Black love. So
let's go.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
If you ain't
I don't like I said, I don't buy everything that's pro-Black. I am working on it, but like to say and be like, damn, everything. I got an iPhone. That shit ain't made by no Black person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah. I'm sitting here buying everything. Trying like you are, buying everything that's Black. You know what I mean?
Nigga, bro, one hookah fucking shit.
Shout to Black Smoke. You know what
I mean? Add them in the comments.
Listen, man. Any last words, man? I know we at the 2-hour mark, man. I do want to get up out of here, but I appreciate y'all. We got any super chat scheme before we get up out of here?
Yeah, we do got some super chats. Got one for House of Hypocrites. I know for a fact men don't have a decision to be a father or not be a father. I've seen both sides of the coin. I guess he's still talking about Najee topic. Now, I mean, they really heated about that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, time out. I think House of Hypocrites. If I'm not, I don't know. Wasn't he the same dude that had like the 7 baby mamas or something like that?
Yeah, he's in the super chat saying it.
7 baby moms?
Yeah, I think he had 7 baby moms. Kids, I don't know. I could be wrong. Yo, House of Hypocrites. Let us know if that was you, man.
Oh yeah, he said I got 7.
I got the 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
Oh my god, he went viral. He went viral out there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, well, so I guess he know the court system well, man.
He know.
He need to put that shit away.
He said, if you are 2 races, you're a mix. If you're Black and white, how can you ignore the other half and claim you're Black because of the racist one-drop rule? I guess that's to me. I'm just saying, man. Black men in America, especially. I'm not gonna say outside the USA, but America especially. You got one drop of blood, Black in you Black. It don't matter what.
That's not how I feel.
I agree.
I mean, that's how you can feel. But when the police pull you over, you can tell them that you're white. And they go,
wait, come on. You see Drake's son. You seen Drake's son. That nigga got Drake's son got orange hair and blue eyes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he is not Black.
Pull him over and be like, yeah, he's a Black man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. until he be like, yo, why are you pulling me over, nigga? Like, you know?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, Bird Thrust said we need to address the eyelashes and claws problem.
Oh,
get rid of those, man. Natural beauty out here. You heard?
My thing is,
who's being disrespectful?
That's insane.
Like, who cares? Like, if you don't like eyelashes and you don't like nails, then don't do women who wear them. Like, it's as simple as that.
Where are they? Where are they?
They can come off. You could put them on, take them off. I'm natural all the way, especially when I take off my lashes and stuff. Like, I don't have to wear makeup.
Of course you natural.
And because I don't wear makeup, I wear lashes to enhance. But I don't see what's the problem with that. What does that have to do with anything?
Why men like make such a big deal out of how we choose to adorn ourselves? Like if you're not attracted to that, then don't date somebody who does that.
Exactly.
That sounds good. When
that's all you see, and you gotta address it. It's simple.
I mean, no, you don't. Like find a woman who fits the aesthetic you like.
But that's like saying
take you as you are. There's no growth, no change, no preference.
Yeah, because if I'm not.
I mean, but those things you can take away. Those are not permanent things. So it's like.
Why would you approach someone with eyelashes and nails if you don't like them? Why would you
women would choose eyelashes and nails over their men. That's the problem.
Where are these women that you say?
Yeah.
What?
Y'all don't watch the show. Y'all don't watch the show enough, man.
Because I'm like, this sounds like beneath like the women I think that are on this show. Like,
but she just said that a man shouldn't even have to tell her she got to take the shit off. So
I agree.
Why would you come to me? Why would you come to me when I have eyelashes?
You're bald-headed. I should tell you to go get a frontal. Like, come on, now, like, let's really talk about it.
Those are your eyelashes.
I can take them off.
Those are yours.
I have no problem taking off my lashes.
Those are yours.
The problem is y'all got no eyelashes because y'all keep pulling them shits off with them fake eyelashes.
Y'all
pull all them shits out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If anything, no. People literally stop me on the street to ask me if my eyelashes are fake. I take my eyelashes off; they're beautiful, like, and they curl naturally. No. I don't have that eyelash problem.
So why you buy eyelashes then?
Because they look nice. They give me a little.
But if your regular eyelashes look nice. People stopping you on the street. Why are you buying eyelashes?
Because they look nice. It's
like because we're women and we like makeup and nails and hair. Like,
eyelashes.
I don't get it.
Not legit. People literally think that my eyelashes are false eyelashes.
They just look right in your eyes.
I have enough natural pictures on my Instagram. I have nice eyelashes. Trust me, I'm not just saying that. I don't need these eyelashes, but they look nice. I like.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need them either.
But if you need them, I don't think that is also an issue. Like,
So why you don't be accepting men with the fake hairline or the?
That's what I just said. I don't accept that.
Because that's not our preference. That's
not our preference.
Yeah, but
the
person
that is if your preference is not women with full hair and nails, then
you just said that's not your preference. Black men are saying that's not our preference. What's the difference?
So date someone.
How can you
women
speak
like
for
that?
every
date
black
someone
man?
that looks
How do you
like
know?
your preference.
Because lashes
Not
and
speaking
nails
for every
never
black
stop
woman.
anybody from talking to me.
we
So I don't understand. Lashes and nails have never stopped anybody. So
I'm about to say.
Yeah, in relationships.
Who, me? I'm married. I've been married. I've been in a relationship for 20 years.
Shout
you
out
got
to you.
eyelashes on?
Do I have? No, I do not. But if I do, then
shout out to you, Queen. Not your. Shout out to you.
But I could wear them and it would still be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
the same way y'all put that black stuff on your hair. The same way y'all add the weave in the hair.
But look. What we want to hear is like, oh, I'm willing to compromise. If my man don't like it, sometimes pause. If your man say that, that's what we want to hear. Like,
I don't see. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't stuff like my nails. I've been doing my nails. Like, that's not something but lashes and stuff. I don't have a problem taking off my lashes. There's plenty of times I've done that. As a teacher, I mean, half the time I don't want to wake up and do makeup and stuff. So sometimes I go go natural. But sometimes I want to add lashes to add a little pizzazz. But the thing about it is I have no problem taking it off because I look fine with it off too. But if I want to wear it, I'm gonna wear it. Same thing with my wig. My hair is down here.
So when you say that a man could approach you on their natural day, did not see those eyelashes and fingernails, and he liked what he saw. So should he not be upset once you bring out the claws and the what they call it? The claws and the
lashes.
The stiletto nails?
And the lashes.
I'm just saying.
I just think this is so trivial. Like the fact that people are even making like this a huge deal is just so trivial.
But why is everything? Why when a black? Why when a man?
Take that color out of it.
Trivial. Like, but when women have
because
all these preferences in men,
why are you forcing your preference onto somebody that you're not attracted to? Like,
we're not forcing it. We're saying what we prefer. We prefer.
So
date what you prefer.
Don't wear what you that fit that preference.
Why is it trivial to express what you like? I'm not.
Why are you expressing that to a person that you don't like? I'm not going to go up to a man that I'm not attracted to and say, well, you need to do this and you need to do that because I don't like that. I'm just not going to engage.
Then it shouldn't apply to you. Just like if women say all the time they like a man at 6 feet. Am I gonna go to a woman and be like, yo, you shouldn't like a woman? That's okay, cool. That's what you like. That's what you like.
No, but this person that left the comments said that they have to address it like it's a universal.
Y'all addressing him.
Just date a person that you like.
Y'all addressing him.
Huh?
Y'all addressing him.
Yes, I'm addressing. Why do we have to address it like it's a big deal? Date the women that wear what you want them to wear.
Exactly.
What happened if men aren't finding women that embracing a natural beauty? What happened if that's an issue for us in our community? Then what?
I don't think that that's an issue, but
I think if you guys stop liking the pictures of the women that you say you don't like,
Here we go.
You don't like me, you don't like me.
Hold on, let me ask the married woman something. Do you think your man likes other women pictures on Instagram?
Do I think he likes other women's pictures?
Do you think your man finds other women attractive that might have on makeup, big butts, whatever, etc.?
Yeah,
right?
He's a human.
But who does he love?
Who did he
marry?
Exactly. So you don't give a fuck about what this imaginary
y'all worry about social media,
Instagram.
Yeah, but you want to be desired by your man, so if your man is being desired by
but if you really value,
that's what you like, right? All day.
If you really valued me desiring you, you would listen to my words when I'm telling you, hey, baby, I like how you look naturally.
And you will listen to your woman when she says, "Oh, hey, babe, stop liking the women that you claiming that I shouldn't be like."
What?
So, but can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah, what Beyonce said, if he liked it, then he should have put a ring on it. He put a ring. Natural woman.
Just
I
think I just through my own personal experience, if a woman, like if a guy in a relationship is aesthetically liking the Instagram models and things like that, I don't think it's a temporary thing and it's not who they want to kind of bring home to their moms type of thing. And so for me, I'm not looking at like the clickbaits of like what my husband or whomever is liking on Instagram, because I know that's completely different to what he may want to bring home. And so am I considering what he aesthetically appreciates in how I present myself to the world? Yes. And so his thing is maybe not necessarily too much extra hair on my head. That's his preference, but I have to be cognizant of that, is because if that's not what he likes, I want to be thoughtful about like how I'm presenting myself in a relationship. And that honestly goes vice versa. If he has a hairstyle that it's not as, like appeasing, then you want to be also aesthetically appeasing and attractive to your mate. And if that means less hair, on your head, then, I think that's okay. Like, I don't think,
it's not less hair, it's less other people's hair on your head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What I mean, but that's what I mean. Like, whatever the aesthetic is, if it's not an issue, then it's not an issue.
You're willing to compromise, and you don't find it an issue if your man express those words to you.
No,
you're not gonna pay attention to what you liking on IG.
Man,
yeah, like that doesn't really matter to me. But no, like if he doesn't like it, then
men like natural women on IG.
That is very true. That is very true.
Even a lot of these dudes, we look at these photos, we don't be knowing they asses fake unless it's like them extra fake asses. We be tricked.
Yeah, I be getting tricked a lot of times. Like I'm saying,
we know
the doctors do a hell of a job nowadays. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Niggas ain't no scissor body was fake out here. We thought it was real.
I was disappointed. I was really disappointed, man. But again, ladies, we appreciate y'all for pulling up. I'm gonna start with Cam. Just let them know.
Hold on, I got a couple more.
Look, every single time. Like, yeah. He's doing it on purpose now. I think. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Van,
really nice. Thank you, Van.
That was sweet.
That's nice.
Bertha said the booty braids gotta go too.
Yo, not get this.
I love my natural braids.
Why are we listening to a name like
I got braids.
We can't have anything.
That's y'all see the sassy list? We can't have nothing. Like, what you mean?
Nah, I was too busy reading the comments.
Everything that a man do that's happy, that nigga sassy. Like,
we might have to continue that list next episode.
Yeah, we might have to do the continuation because we only got like 40. It's like 120 of them shits. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Got like 10. We didn't even get to 40.
No, that is a fact. Again, Kim, let them know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Kjohne. That's MS_KJOHNE.
Yes.
You can find me at Purple Matter, PURPLEMATERR on Instagram.
A tornado for
Oh, nigga, listen to that Frank. What's that Frank Ocean? Yeah, I was gonna say something.
I think it's about to be French Mountain.
Yeah, I was gonna say some other shit. Like, all right, next.
You can follow me at NIJAEI. And you can also go to my website because I'm a photographer. I do event photography. I do content photography. You having a birthday, you going to dinner, I'm taking all your pictures for your friends. I edit them. It's najee.com. NIJAE.
You're a real photographer, Najee? Or
Yes, I am a real photographer.
You trying to like scoop niggas off the street and take their nudes?
No, why would I take someone's nudes? I mean, it depends how much they're paying.
Yo, can I pay you to be?
I might do that too. Let me throw that in there. You need some nudes? Hit me on the DM. I got you.
I need one with a flower about with a rose about.
I got you.
What? Yo, can I pay you to be paparazzi to follow me around like paparazzi?
Yes, you can.
That'd be cute.
Should be mad funny though, like yo.
That's true.
You're not doing trainer. You're not doing a trainer membership. I see you in the gym all the time. What's up?
Oh nah, I'm not training people yet. I just started, but
okay.
Okay.
I have misspelled.
You can find me also on Instagram, Miss Spells, MSSPELLZ_15. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Last but not least,
Kauai. Y'all could add me on Instagram. I'm not gonna spell it out, but Kauai_Baddest Hawaiian. Y'all should know how to spell it.
Yeah, we know how to spell it, man. Like yo,
I'm saying like people
it's right
there. You making it seem like it's bad.
Yeah, that shit is right there.
They could spell it.
We appreciate y'all for pulling up, and I guess we talk to y'all. I don't know when next time we go. We have to do it. Y'all gonna have to pop back on the show again.
Najee still feel like she still feel her way. We gonna.
I said what I said.
She said it with her chest, man. At least she said it with her chest, man. I respect it.
Listen, go get your kids. Go pick up your kids. The people that don't see their kids in the comments, go get your kids. Your baby mother, she needs a break. She's tired. Bro. Go help her with those. If you
what happened?
I threw her out the video.
Yo, who did that?
The internet is crazy over here. Yo, we gonna get up out of here, man. We appreciate it.
Why the crowd is reacting like that? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's funny as hell, man. Like,
yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to Niji. That's big bro, always. Know what I mean? Shout out to the new member.
Yeah, that was a pretty eventful, man. We had a lot of good dialogue in there, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yo, make sure you hit that like button. I don't know what the like said, man. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in, on the way out, I should say. Yo, we got another live stream tomorrow. We gonna dive in to this just pearly things, just the whole culture vulture situation. We got some special guests joining in. We're gonna talk about some other topics as well, but we got to get into this just pearly things, man. We got to talk about that, man. I know we kind of late to that. We got to be more active when shit happening. We got to just start, you know what I mean? Just going.
Yeah, niggas be on that shit the next day. Like, come on,
on that shit as soon as it happens. Especially shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. That motherfucker. I don't know how he do this shit. I really don't know. Like the nigga be reacting to shit that just happened 5 minutes ago. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Ain't he in a different time zone too? Like how you get the news so quick?
Exactly.
I'm convinced that O'Shea be sleeping in front of his laptop. Know what I mean? He just get the.
He got alerts on or some shit, bro.
Know what I mean? He just pop up like me. I'm live. You know what I mean?
Shout out to O'Shea, man. Hardest working dude in YouTube, man. I believe that, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Shout out to MTR, man. He had reached out, man, and you know we might be doing some work, man, in the future.
Yeah, shout out to TC, our newest member, yo. Shout out.
Yo, make sure y'all join that membership, man. We got a exclusive access to episodes. We're working on exclusive content. We got behind the scenes footage that we're gonna start posting out real soon. We're gonna be dropping. There's a ton of stuff that we're trying to work on for y'all, man. So make sure y'all support us.
We're working on a whole separate show for y'all for the members. You know what I mean? So
that is true. We got some special guests, some noticeable people, some celebrity figures. You know what I mean? That's gonna be pulling up to the show that y'all gonna make sure y'all want to get.
Oh yeah, especially on this Friday episode, we got Sterling Cooper pulling up.
Oh yeah, we got Sterling Cooper pulling up. That's a good episode, man. That's a great episode.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
Tune in for that one. Yo, the dudes, I know y'all had to see the clip, man. I don't even know. I'm gonna put the clip out later, but dude used to be an escort. Man, say that shit 10 times fast.
Escort.
Say it 10 times. Say it 5 times fast.
Escort.
Nah, no, fuck out of here, Keem. You lip reading, nigga, like.
Escort, nigga.
You practice like this.
Anyway,
he said that a lot of his clientele, when he used to be in that profession, was married women. Like the majority of his clientele actually was married women. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Anyway, I want to give away the rest of this shit. Audio out right now, man.
That was a husband.
I definitely was listening to that episode today too, man. It was a good listen.
Yes,
that was a great episode. I ain't gonna lie.
We appreciate y'all.
11 a.m. You know what I mean?
11 a.m. Friday. Tomorrow we back here at 9 o'clock again.
But before that, tomorrow, man. I mean, we back here Thursday. You heard?
Just listen. Yeah. Make sure y'all tune into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good. And then, the next couple of episodes we got, man, I'm just excited because I'm like, we got some good episodes, man. I know I said that about all the episodes. Some of the episodes, you know what I mean, they be all right, but
and we got some civilized conversations happening as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we want the civilized woman. They semi-civilized, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know my favorite. Yeah, I know my favorite upcoming episode was. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna talk about it yet, but you know what I mean. I know.
You talking about the episode where you admit that you like eating ass?
That wasn't my favorite.
Wait, but that you like it though. Like, that's it, folks. We got